Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next session of the Mariguard Mercenaries. Before we go anywhere else, I'd love to get a recap from one of our players in return for an inspiration point. Is anyone feeling confident in what happened?
I listened to it.
I'm
Okay.
trying to point at Emily. Am I pointing at Emily?
You're pointing at
You
the
are-
space of the void.
Yeah, you're pointing at Sif. Where is she?
You are indeed pointing at me in my looking at it. If anyone else wants to do the recap, they're welcome to do the recap.
All right, Emily. It looks like by anyone else's silence, you're up to bat.
It was the session of speak with animals and bad dice. Because we were investigating. We had a lead. We had a place to go. We had a closet on the hook to help us figure out where to go next. And and we got to this like clearing that the closet showed. What was his fucking name?
Will.
Will? What was the closet? Quill the closet. That's right. I literally just listened to it and I immediately forgot everyone's name. And so we like Quill kind of like showed us this place and we all kind of did different sorts of investigations. I believe, let's see, the one, certainly the one that was the most memorable, I think, was the fact that Sylvie decided to question a rabbit and bribed it with like crackers to try to tell us stuff about who was there, and we discovered that it was a person that might or might not have had a beard, and she got some information about like how many people and when and like how far was this away was the sun, etc. And Scythe tried to do some like kind of got an understanding of like how many tracks were around. I can't remember what you did, Helfrog, with Doll. But essentially, like Ira was kind of, I think, also looking for tracks and looking for, like, we got a sense that there was like magic done in this place, and particularly that summoning had been done in this place. So we kind of basically found the place where the closets had been summoned, and then Spring and Prince, I can't remember your character's name. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get used to everybody. Griffix, yes. Spring and Griffix did some investigating about like what kind of magic it was, and we had it also at some point, I think before we got here, found a blood vial. So we got a sense that like there was some sort of summoning magic happening, and that it was like draconic somehow. And it wasn't like super clear exactly what it was for. I think we kind of later discovered it was something transmutation related. But we got a sense of like, here's where the summoning was happening. And Spring figured out on her Arcana roll that like there were more, not only were there multiple summonings, but there were like multiple kinds of magic being cast, which was interesting. All of this culminated in the summoning circle lighting up around us and a whole bunch of closets being like summoned through that presumably we would have had to fight. Except for everyone ran away, except for Spring was like, well, fuck this, and shattered the circle. And I think that made a bunch of invisible closets like run away, and then also killed a bunch of closets and made them go back to the other side of the circle. At which point we had a terrible skill challenge that we came up with some great solutions for, but the dice were not with us, and so we had to basically run after an invisible enemy, which Doll, with a really high passive perception or perception check, like noticed this invisible creature that started to run, and then we followed it, and we had some really good ideas. Spring cast Fairy Fire. Griffix did like a Misty Step combo with some other spell, like trying to get him, or like a web spell, I think. Sylvie tried to like knock him over. We had like some good ideas, but the dice were not with us, and we did not catch up to this guy. And so we lost him kind of we ran all the way back to like the blacksmiths, and we had this sort of like detour thinking that maybe the blacksmith was involved, and that was scary, and we like saw the tracks, but we got kind of distracted. And Scythe talked to a dog, and that was kind of one of our good leads. But alas, it was too late by the time we finally got to the mayor's house, which is presumably where this invisible person was going. The mayor had been slain and assassinated, and like his throat was cut, and there was just literally, it was past the point of rejuvenation. We couldn't bring him.
He was our paycheck.
And he was our paycheck. So at that point, Doll and Spring were like, okay, well, our client's dead. We got to leave. And the rest of the group was like, what the fuck, morals, etc. Uh, and Doll was like, well, I would like to punch this asshole in the face. And Spring was like, I need a fucking paycheck, but I guess I'm outvoted. And so they essentially went back exactly where they were, to the summoning circle, and that is where they found God, I don't remember this guy's name either, even
Typhon.
though we caught him. What is his name?
Typhon.
Typhon, that's right. Typhoon. So we fought Typhon, and it was like Typhon like reborn or regenerated or something. It was some like cool ass thing. And he had this like, he didn't say too much, but he kind of gave us the sense of like, he said something along the lines of like, I'm never going to go down. I'm never going to like be hurt again, or like I'm going to like it. He had this sense of like that really tied into that first session where we kind of figured out that like he had presumably run away from a like been like the sole survivor of some like orc carnage, and seemed to have some like trauma over that he was maybe trying to work through. And
In the
so
wrong way.
in the wrong way, yeah. And so he transformed
Who are
into
you
some
to
like,
judge?
terrifying creature with like feathers and shit. And was a very harrowing boss fight. He like almost immediately like Spring or Sylvie got this incredible like crit on him that was a smite and everything. And so that was some massive damage at the beginning, but then he like immediately knocked Sylvie out. And
Griffix.
almost immediately, and Griffix, he knocked Griffix out, and then like he got a big hit on Doll early on. And so we were in some straits, and then he cast darkness on himself, so we couldn't see each other. We couldn't see him for a while, but we managed to pull through the fight. Thank goodness. And I think it was Ire. Was it Ire that got him down on the last blow? I can't remember. I didn't.
Doll did the killing blow.
It was Doll. It was Doll got the killing blow. And so we had it was a really, really harrowing and intense fight, but we pulled it out. We managed to all survive. And I think that was pretty much where we ended. It was kind of like at the end of the fight, and we were gonna basically go back to the townspeople and be like, well, your
Sorry.
your
Were we
mayor's dead,
looting?
but on the
I feel
other...
like we ended on looting.
I don't know if
Maybe
we
I
finished looting.
invested. I don't remember that. I just
Yeah,
remember.
I think we ended on looting, but that we are now faced with the prospect of basically going back to the townspeople and going like, well, your mayor is dead, alas. However, your problem is solved? Question mark.
I mean, death is only temporary.
Also,
Well, I
can you
don't
still
know.
pay us?
I don't know. I don't know if the Mariguard is gonna like want to pay to resurrect this random guy.
No, remember Sylvie made a prayer and her god was like, yeah, okay, I'll do something about it.
Well, that's true. Maybe
yeah,
that's true.
I don't know. She meant like right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
you know, gods work in mysterious ways.
Pearl's gonna do what she feels like.
Iridia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
So yeah, that's essentially, we had a harrowing boss fight, and we are licking our wounds from that at the end of that.
Well done. You've earned an inspiration for remembering what happened. Well done.
Hooray! And no one's
Remembered Orison.
We had a little scene during the week, but I'm not 100% sure when it's set.
Yeah, I thought that was on our way back. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it might not have happened yet. Okay, let's carry on.
It depends on where Echo's starting this. I know it's more of an episodic than it is like a linear.
3 months later.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know, you're making me a fool.
We're picking up right where you have a corpse in front of you.
Okay.
The body of this corrupted individual, it looks like a strange combination between Abishai, dragon, and man. It's a bizarre, malformed individual. Slain, and I'm going to pull you over to the splash for the city, because that is where you're heading next, if I'm aware. You're going to loot, you said.
Always loot when I'm
Old
sad.
Town.
Whoever is going to search this person, quote unquote, I'm going to ask for an investigation check. And anybody can help them if they'd like.
I'm okay at investigation.
I would be no help. So.
I'm very good at that. I'm good at that. I'm
looking at things.
I can help you. Spring.
Rad. Okay, I'm into it.
Okay,
So,
then
roll
I'll just watch.
investigation.
19.
A 19.
That is a very good bonus. Gosh.
Do me a favor and roll me a D100.
Oh.
Treasure table.
42.
Wow,
Life
42.
universe and everything is our treasure.
42.
42?
Archer.
Nor.
Nar.
Okay, do me a favor and roll me a d8.
Nor.
Okay.
8.
5.
5.
Okay. You rolled a 42, correct?
I did.
Archer.
He got 2 gold in his pockets.
Hey.
Yeah. You find 5 electrum. No.
Ooh. Worthless.
Almost. Okay, please roll me a d4.
Electrum is pretty. I don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't give it
4.
worth
Is it tasty?
4. Okay.
to some. Like goats. They eat
Yes, if I were a
metal.
goat, I would enjoy eating electrum.
It's the only thing I can think of that is known to eat metal and not care. Sharks. Those two. I'm unhinged. This is great tea, Sow.
Take a deep breath. Okay. Now I need you to roll me a d5.
What
Goodness
now?
gracious.
Black
Yeah,
R
lots of
space
dice.
1d5.
/R space 1 B5. Thank you. 3.
A 3. Okay.
Buddy.
Perhaps before Typhon changed, this was on his person. And it did not move with his change. And so you find embedded in this monstrous creature's hip, as if the bones grew around it. It takes some finagling to get it loose, and there is blood all over it. You find a magic item, a rapier, that is scabbardless, as the scabbard is stuck in the body of this man. But it does allow you to draw the rapier out of him without much effort.
The rapier.
It is
Yeah.
unusual as far as rapiers go because its blade is serpentine.
Interesting.
The proper
Like
name
it's
is
squiggly?
flamberge. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You are aware it's a magic item, Spring, with your innate nature as an artificer.
I don't. Do I have detect magic right now? I feel like I don't.
Well, you know it's magic.
I know it's magic. I feel like somebody. Yeah, that's not going to really help. I don't have identify though. I'm gonna tilt my head. Do I have any sense of what kind of magic without?
Maybe there are
Casting-
runes on it.
Are there runes? Yeah. Is there any sort of
Yes.
anything?
There are-
Also, Ire can see magic.
See magic?
Yeah. Didn't you choose that as your invocation? Am I crazy?
That's news to me.
If it's news
Yeah.
to Ire, it's likely not the case.
He
Man,
saw those
that-
bubbles
that's not-
before from his god. I just
That was
assumed
me
he
that was
trying
my
to throw you a
warlock.
bone.
Yeah, that was my warlock communicating with me. My warlock, my patron communicating with me.
Your warlock just, hey, yeah, over here. No.
My hair is in my eyes. Sorry.
Never mind. I
Didn't
know
see it.
nothing. Continue.
Okay. You can roll an arcana for me, Spring.
Would love to do so. Oh, that's not very good. Oh no, that's fine actually. 18.
It's not very good.
Not very good.
Rolls
Rolls a
an
7, it's an
18.
18.
7. I forgot I
With
have
an
a.
arcana, you notice that there are runes in Draconic along the hilt of the rapier. It's a basket hilt.
Makes sense. I don't read Draconic, but I believe someone in the group does. Because I think somebody, maybe someone read Draconic last time. That's okay. I think I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna side-eye doll. I'm gonna say I think this might be good for you, but I want to have it checked out first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do what?
I'm gonna look at doll.
I don't know
Nope.
how to.
Don't think about this. Don't concentrate on this too hard until I get Widget to check it out and we get home. Yeah?
Okay. Wait, you want me not to think about it?
I don't like attune to
Hold it, but
right?
don't you dare ponder it.
Don't like
Ah!
attune to it.
No, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll take it, stick it somewhere.
Roll me a wisdom save. No,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Yay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn.
It is not
May
true.
I please, may I
just
please do one more Arcana check to just like get the sense of what the fuck he turned himself into?
Sure.
Like what is he, what kind of ritual? Like Spring is definitely fascinated about
Yeah,
what
go
kind
ahead.
of ritual.
Go ahead and roll Arcana. As you're doing that, Griffix, you were saying something?
I was just thinking, like, if you pull a sword from a stone, you become king, but we pulled a sword from a monster. So, yeah, I guess we should have, that should be.
We should
not
maybe
as-
have someone check it out. Yeah,
We
that
pulled a
seems
sword from a monster, so then we become adventurers? Wait,
We're all
Wait.
Ready adventurers.
that was
Pulled a sword
What a
from a
cheap
bone.
deal.
that was
From
the
a
joke. I'm
bone.
sorry.
With an Arcana of
You've never told a
17,
joke before.
I've never told a joke before. I don't
You
know what they are.
recognize the vestments of a white dragon. Some of the bone structure looks as though it was supposed to become an adult white dragon. You see that it's slowly beginning to form that direction when it was suddenly stopped. And with an Arcana of 17, you believe that this ritual, which was clearly transmutation, something went wrong or something was preventing him from completing it. And based on the amount of, well, quasits, you imagined it was likely fiendish intervention.
Makes sense. Would it follow that because we found the vial with blood, and I think he had just drank blood before he did his like little turning ritual? Do I have a sense that the people that were taken are still alive somewhere, or were they probably sacrificed to this ritual?
What you know from transmutation magic and the fact that this guy's transformation is drastic, you imagine this sort of magic requires quite a bit of sacrifice to make it happen. So, probably not.
Unlikely. Okay, good to know.
Unlikely at best.
Unlikely at best. Okay, I step back. Everyone else do stuff. Spring is contemplating this.
I mean, this place doesn't have a mayor or a sheriff.
Oh shit. Yeah, they're kind of SOL, aren't they? Martial law.
Should we go to
Well-
the inn where the largest gathering of people are to inform them that their mayor is dead? Because there's probably a good chance they do not know their mayor is dead.
They might because they walked in
They
on his
might.
dead body
Just
and
in
there's
his
just
house.
total anarchy on the streets.
I don't.
Is
I don't know
there
that a
anarchy on the
mayor
streets?
is really like
You look at the
Oh.
town, you don't
There's
see
no
Holding
sheriff
sus-
either.
he's holding society together. I don't know that was really.
Can we do we need to burn this weird corpse or anything?
I mean, I'd recommend it.
I think
Why?
it would.
Wouldn't hurt.
It's all fucked up.
I mean,
Well,
it
he
can
was-
stink.
Yeah, but it was talking about. I mean, Scythe isn't gonna say it that way. Scythe will be like, "Sorry, I have to remember how to not talk."
Shit.
I have something for this as a holy
Oh.
person.
Sacred flame.
Doesn't work.
Okay.
The
The
body
town already
glows
stinks.
slightly, and little holy flames ignite on some of the patches of fur,
Yeah.
and then it's gone.
Hey, I was thinking about getting that scabbard out of there. Calm down.
Oh,
Spring.
sorry.
Spring looked at you. What was that for?
What was what for?
Why did you set some of the clothes on fire?
It's
Because
not
someone-
actually fire. It
the-
doesn't
It's
ignite.
Holy.
It's party.
Because
someone told me to. It.
see, I
think-
ruined it by being meta. Is what I did.
I think it's wrong that this thing exists. I was trying to destroy it.
Thing
Okay,
said
fair
something about invulnerability. Should destroy it just to make sure it doesn't come back.
Yeah, we don't know.
Alright,
Do you know what it is, Spring?
I know that whatever it was trying to be, it didn't succeed. And that's
That's a really long way of saying no.
strangely, well, I think it was trying to be a white dragon, is what I think. But I don't know if that's a correct hypothesis or if it's a working theory.
Yeah,
As
we-
all of you
I don't
are here, kind of mulling over what to do with this, those of you with sharp passive perceptions, 18 or higher,
No,
Yeah.
hear footsteps
Yes.
approaching in the leaves and underbrush in the
Get my
direction of the
halberd
town.
out.
Hey, who's out there?
What? Why'd you get out your halberd?
Because there's
wrong?
something coming.
What? Oh no.
You
Over there.
turn and you see there is a short man with black hair and a clean-shaven face. He looks like a villager, and he says, "Hey there, is everything all right?
Who are you?
Bellings?
That doesn't do any. Are you from the town?
Well, yeah.
Why are you out here?
Why were you invisible?
He wasn't invisible. He just came out of the
He's
bushes.
just standing there looking, and he's like,
You're just there.
He
I'm
just came out of
invisible?
the bushes.
No, Spring, you
No.
were just preoccupied. You didn't.
Someone
I
snuck
heard
up on
him.
us that was invisible again?
No invisibility.
people
Already
are
forgot-
talking. People are saying the mayor's dead.
Oh, sure
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, we kind of killed the big bad. That's the good news. But the bad news is the mayor is also died.
Well, what
We didn't
about
kill him.
Carlo and the sheriff?
Who's Carlo?
I don't see him. Do you?
No, that's why I followed y'all out here.
No, we found this thing.
He you hear him approaching, and this is what the fucking poor guy looks like.
Aw.
Oh,
Uh,
Billing.
I feel like
and-
he needs a hug.
Tender Bellings is his name?
Tender Bellings.
Or is
Oh, his name
Tender
is
like
Tender?
a job?
Or a chicken tender.
Yeah.
He is a chicken tender.
He's a chicken.
He has evolved
He
to
tends
person.
chickens.
Oh God.
You know,
Scythe would like to start like building like a fire break so that if we do light this thing on
what the
fire,
nine hells is that?
No one knows.
It's half of a dragon. I think.
She doesn't know what the other half is, though.
Hey, do you remember that one refugee that was in town with the dark beard, the brown hair? Came from the place that got wiped out. Up the
Name was
road?
Typhon.
Name was Typhon.
You see, like, the gears slowly clicking in the guy's mind, and he says, We've had a lot of people coming through town.
this one stopped being a people.
Is he the one who's been... Oh,
Sorry.
Never trust outsiders.
why is
I
he
don't-
all scaly?
I don't know that that's the lesson, Sylvie.
I'm doing my
He was-
best.
He was trying to become something other than what he was.
It was dark
It didn't
magic.
work. It didn't work.
Shit. Alright. Y'all are gonna have to tell the town about this if the mayor's gone. Because they're not
Yeah.
gonna believe me.
Can I insight check this guy just to make sure he's on the up and up?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I talked to that fucking rabbit, and the rabbit said there was more than one person.
Yes, the rabbit did say that.
17.
He's probably really good at math.
He seems to be telling the truth, or at least he seems to be trying to understand. Mostly you get he's confused and scared, but more
Spring, did you-
confused.
Did you say it looked like his transformation got interrupted by fiends? I thought
Well,
he summoned them.
I don't know. I think it's possible that it's either what he wanted, he had not yet paid enough for, or he was lied to, and the fiends that were supposedly going to supply this ritual for him could not give him what he wanted, and they knew that. Or perhaps they just weren't. They could, and they weren't. They wouldn't. Or something else
What
stopped
do you
it.
think, Griffin?
I have no
You're
idea.
magical.
I'm gonna go back to town. Let them know y'all got it.
Yeah, bye.
He runs away.
Damn dog.
Just saying,
Yeah,
before
bye.
we burn this corpse, do we want to take any mementos from it back with us?
Like
as
its
a
head?
proof of,
Oh,
yeah, like its head as a proof
Shit.
of what
I'm
we
gonna
just
cut off its head.
killed, and maybe someone back
You
at
make
the
a
Mayor
good
Guard
goddamn
might actually
point.
have a idea of what this is and what has
Give
happened.
it to Tabernac.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut its head off.
By the nature of the fur and scales being on top of each other as you cut the head off, the bone structure makes you think of almost something wolf-like. but it's very draconic in shape. It's bizarre. But as you cut the head off, it also weighs a lot. More than you thought it would.
Yikes.
Maybe smaller
gonna, like-
memento.
No, the head's
gonna
good.
try
That's
to-
classic.
I'm gonna try to like sketch out its bone. I have paper. I'm the scribe. I'm gonna try to like sketch out its bone structure. Like if we're gonna burn the rest of it, I want to just jot down like what did it look like generally.
Field,
Go ahead.
notes, anatomy.
Exactly.
You draw schematics. You can just do that.
Cool. I don't have to roll or anything. Excellent.
No.
Does somebody... Can they help me make like a sled to drag this head back to town? Is anyone good with nature?
I
Yes.
can have you carry it.
Scythe. Well, let's start with the sled, and if we can't sled it, we'll carry it.
Would that be a survival to make a toboggan out of branches, or what?
To make a
Or-
toboggan out of branches, it'll take you
It doesn't
some
have to be a-
time.
A branch
be like-
boggin.
To make a sled
Can I-
of branches, it's just going to take you time. It's not.
Okay.
If
Can I
you
help with
fail,
my
it'll just
build?
take you longer. Like,
I mean, Spring's sketching, so we have. At
I
least a
also
couple more.
have smith tools and a proficiency in smith tools. If that's useful, it means I have got things like
You-
Oh, let me
hammer.
get
Well,
my portable forge out of my.
you can't
pants.
really smith branches together, but you can
No.
lash them together.
All right,
um,
I got rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you're overcomplicating this. You
Okay.
make a branch sled. It takes you 20 minutes. You don't have to
All
roll
right.
anything.
I already did. You
Okay.
can't
It
stop
was
me.
a good roll.
You find lots of fresh green branches that will be nice and flexible and easy to lash together.
Great.
Woohoo!
I'm proud
And
of
also for burning this body, do we need to put together some tinder, or is it like somebody have? I'm not using a fireball on this.
I have a tinder box. That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna
I'm
need-
looking for. Can I find any dry brush for putting together?
That's a little harder to find out here in this wet climate. Go ahead and roll me survival.
Oh yeah, another one of those things I'm great at.
You
I had
you
a
keep
clear
asking for the easy challenges, you know?
I know.
15.
Not bad.
Good enough.
Nice.
Doesn't take you long. You happen to find a nicely sheltered bushel of dead branch and leaf that you can harvest what you need from.
Awesome. All right. And does anybody want to say anything else or do anything before I burn this body?
I mean, just let Spring finish her sketches, and
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
nothing.
Did you want to try to pry the scabber out of this corpse?
What? Yeah. How
So-
how integrated into this corpse is this scabbard?
It's as though the flesh and bone grew around it.
Ooh.
You can
Nah, I'm
try
good.
it. All right. It's real gross.
All said.
John
"Ew."
looks at it and then goes, "Nah."
Nah, it ain't worth it.
You know that to securely carry this rapier, you can probably tie like a leather band around right at the top of the blade, and it'll
Yeah.
just stay in your belt without cutting it.
I'd do that.
Okay. You guys proceed as you discussed. You burn the body. You finish sketching what it looked like beforehand, which I think I should be able to just... Hold on a minute. I'll just post the art in the Discord so you can
Yay.
have an idea.
You're a horrible thing.
Yeah, it's awful. Where'd he go?
I mean, maybe it's cute.
It ain't.
It ain't.
And post.
Oh well.
Yeah, cute is not the word I would describe that with.
It's like if Okami was a rat instead of a glorious wolf.
Yes.
If a commie?
Okami?
Oh,
Never mind.
Oh, I thought. I meant like a communist.
Oh, yes.
This one, like, really
Commie.
We
It's
become
Russia.
dragons, comrades.
It's a tanky. Get it out of here. Wow.
It does look like kind of a wolf and a dragon at the same time. Very weird.
A wagon, if you will.
It's a wagon.
Drolf.
A Drolf.
Hail the wagon.
Okay, you guys. You finish your whatever it is that you're trying to do. It takes you a while to get this corpse properly burning. There's a lot of blood in it. It makes it difficult for the flames to catch and stay lit. It's as though the body doesn't want to be burnt. But eventually you do finally get it to fully immolate. And as that happens, the smell of burnt scales, bone, and flesh fill the air, and it is gross. I need con saves from everybody.
Great.
Yep.
If you're near me, you get a +5.
DC's 12.
I hit it, just barely.
Well,
Doll,
could we?
you are poisoned. Everyone else is fine.
If this is against being poisoned, I had advantage.
It's a +5.
It's more sickened. It's not actually a poison effect.
Yeah, fair enough.
I use the word poison because everyone understands
Wretches.
it. It smells terrible. And
He
Doll,
looks
it
really
just,
unhappy.
it gets right up in your sinuses and does not leave.
Like he retches and he glares at Sylvie.
Y'all are kind of looking ill.
Oh, fuck. Why is this my fault?
You wanted to burn this thing, I told you.
I feel like somebody else threw that idea out, and I just agreed with them. Like,
Oh, the hell with them too.
You literally tried to light it on fire with your pretty
it
little
wasn't
fire.
real fire. It's whatever, man. I'm gonna drag the head onto our little toboggan.
Okay. You could just carry this head. I feel like I may have made you guys
We
overestimate it.
made the toboggan, and we're gonna fucking use it.
All right.
Can I find some like nice smelling plants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Peppermint. under
There's
the
lots
nose.
of it.
I will
It's the
help her with
forest.
that.
Scythe is going to collect some.
You find
Mid-
You find some wild lavender.
Okay, Scythe will gather up the wild lavender and without saying anything, she will give some to Doll.
Just stuffs it right up his nose.
Just like no, she just like shoves it at him like.
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna have Scythe. Scythe has her multi-tool and can have a cantrip of her choice. Today it's Mold Earth. So she's gonna like kind of we burnt it, but she's gonna like make a little thing around it that's not like quite a grave, but like is like a
barrow?
Like a barrow.
yeah.
Wow, we
Yeah.
said that in unison.
As
Gonna
you're
stop doing
creating
that. Skyrim.
as you're creating this spring, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Interesting.
I
Terrifying.
do try to be interesting as we run these.
17.
You notice portions of the body are evaporating.
Don't love that. Guys, the magic something do I think that this is magic? What the fuck? What is happening?
I have a theory.
Roll on Arcana. Your theory, Sylvie. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, isn't it like part demon? Doesn't that, like, don't they vanish on the prime material plane once they die?
Huh?
With a natural 2, rolling for a 13 spring, you're not really sure what's happening.
Can I roll religion?
You can roll religion, yes.
Natural 19, 21.
I think Spring is too freaked out to like is surprised by this.
With a 21, Sylvie, you are aware that fiendish creatures and creatures from other planes, when they perish, do not stay on this plane.
Sylvie just like
Spring.
walks up to Spring and says, "Relax. This is
Alright, well-
actually pretty normal."
Let's
What?
also make like a creature from another plane and vanish.
Disappear. What the fuck is what
Wait.
is normal? Nothing is normal about this. This
Well,
is
no,
not normal.
like all of the parts together is pretty fucked up, but like individually, like of course the animal part's gonna stay and the fiendish demonic parts are gonna evaporate. That's
Is
what they
the
do.
head also evaporating?
Parts
Because
of
I
it.
got cut off.
Ugh,
Oh.
gross.
Scythe is just gonna start dragging the toboggan with her and walking
It's getting
backwards
lighter
down.
if you think about it.
It is getting
Yeah.
lighter.
God.
Yeah, like
Oh no!
drag,
All right. So as Scythe sleds away the head of this creature, is there anything else any of you want to do here before we move on?
No.
I have to give everybody the chance. Okay.
I-
You slide down the hill with this sled with a head on it.
I want
That
to
sled-
ride the sled down a hill. What if the head on it?
How much do you weigh, Sylvie?
You're so weird, Sylvia.
Wee!
Why is she so weird?
Lord knows, I don't even know how tall she is.
Well, you're the boss.
I know. Let's say she's like 180 because she's pretty strong. Plus armor. So
Okay.
like 200 and something.
All right.
I break the toboggan.
The branches
You
crack.
do break the toboggan.
Fuck.
So, Scythe, you
Sorry,
feel
Scythe.
like this heavy tug as the toboggan is suddenly stopped, and you look behind you, and you see there are 2 narrow branches still attached to the handle you've made, and the rest of it is underneath Sylvie with the head on the ground in between you.
I look very sheepish.
Scythe just leans down and picks up the head and then just starts walking.
Okay.
Just leaving
Bring
the
Scythe
broken
heavily.
sled just like in the ruin of its branches and just and then just carries it.
Spring sighs heavily and casts mending on the toboggan.
Too late now. He's
yeah.
already walking away.
The toboggan is done, Spring. What don't you get about
Okay,
that?
so
Sylvie says
mending-
as he marches off.
Mending takes a minute to cast.
Oh my god.
So I don't want to shit on your idea, but that does mean you basically sit down.
No, if it's gone already.
We ain't
it's-
got time for that.
It's in pieces.
Scythe basically is like whatever I
She
can
was
carry
prepared. Spring was prepared to do this because the toboggan seemed significant somehow,
Mhm.
but then it
It
immediately
was a
broke.
symbol.
And
It
so
was a
she looked-
Symbol of our
symbol of
perseverance.
It was a symbol of Scythe spending 20 minutes making a toboggan to make it easier to drag this thing, and Sylvie breaking it for no reason, and Scythe giving up and just carrying the damn thing.
Yeah. Spring just like gives Sylvie a look that is definitely a look that she's given her before. That basically means, "Why are you like this?"
Sylvie's sitting at her ear.
And then she just follows. She just follows Scythe.
Okay, as you all follow Scythe, who's carrying the head. The head weighs about 25 pounds now. It probably weighed a little more back before everything started to evaporate. But it's easy enough to carry. You can one-hand it. You all make your way into town. It is quiet. Everyone is still indoors. The only one who is out in the open is Megara the blacksmith. She looks up at you as you all enter. She's like wiping her brow and she says, "What the hell is that thing?"
It is the monster that has been plaguing your town.
It's dead.
"Oh, good on you, fellas."
Yes. So, we think now that the monster's dead, you should be safe.
"I appreciate that. I'll have to spread the word. You should go down to the tavern and tell him."
We will, but we have
Yes.
some bad news also.
"The mayor's dead." "Aye,
Yes.
I found him."
Sorry.
Is there? Are you gonna be all right? The town?
"Maybe. Is that really your concern? Are you sticking around?"
Nope.
"Oh,
We
well,
just
Well,
wanted to make sure.
we're going to try and sort out who the next sheriff will be, and then if I know how things will work, that'll fall apart too. And then we're going to send a message over to Augur City and see if they can send out another official."
Hey, do you have any idea where the mayor might have kept our payment?
"Oh, shit. No.
Do you mind if I look around his house for it?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You know what? It's fine. Whatever's in there is yours, I assume. It's not my problem."
Oh, I mean,
Yes.
I assume Dahl does know the contract, what they're supposed to be paid.
The typical fee
Maybe?
for this sort of job is usually about 4,000 gold.
Okay.
That doesn't go to you guys. That goes to the
Goes to
Mariguard.
purse. But we
Spring will
get
go.
You do get a cut,
Spring will go
but
with her.
you're regularly paid is the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spring will go with Doll.
and
Okay.
I would like to ask the
Oh,
blacksmith,
I feel like we're all doing this together.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I don't think
did Typhon have any friends in town?
Typhon.
The refugee.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, he was pretty quiet. Kind of stayed to his own some. He kept sleeping in the tavern, so we just assumed he was biding time or drinking his wiles away until he figured his shit out.
Or drinking blood and turning into monsters.
What?
Well,
That's Typhon.
oh yeah, that's kind of what happened. That's his head.
Ugh.
Yeah.
She like
Don't need to think too hard about it.
could kind of see his eyebrows in it. All right. Disgusting. Well, thank y'all for handling that. Hopefully you can find whatever payment there was supposed to be in the mayor's leavings.
I hope so. Did some of you want to go tell the people? It's not really my thing.
All right, I go to the tavern and I tell, or the lodge, and go there. And
How would Griffiths break the news to a
Yeah, I
tavern
would
full
love-
of worried people? Out of curiosity.
I feel like Scythe should not be his
I'm-
backup on this.
I'm gonna go with Griffiths on
Okay.
this.
Okay, so Griffiths and Ira, are you both going to the tavern to break the news?
yes, I'm all about. Griffix is going to be all about good news, bad news.
Mr. Bedside Manner.
Okay, wait, time out. What's your idea of good news, bad news in this situation? Because
So are
there's
you
a difference
stopping?
betwing.
So you
I would
Yeah,
stop
love
I'm
outside
stopping
the
and be
tavern.
like, so just
Wait a minute,
hold
what
up
are we
before we
saying?
do this. So you want to do some good news, bad news kind of thing? Well, your mayor's dead. Based off who didn't like the mayor, that's good news, I suppose. But based off how you decide to deliver it, may not be the best. So maybe us saying your monster problem is dead, you know, just starting off, being nice, cool, calm, and collected about it, but letting them know that there was some collateral that occurred and that your townsfolk will more than be capable of getting this sorted out, especially when not being attacked nonstop by these closets and this amalgamation of a fiendish corpse. No longer
Great.
plaguing
Now
them.
you need to try that again with volume. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Lovely.
It looks like it's on you, Ire.
It looks like it. All right, so Griffiths and I, you enter the tavern. It's tense in here. You see, having must not have been in there long before you, you see Tender Bellings is between the tables and is like knelt down by what looks like a family, and he turns around and says, "Look, there they are.
Yeah.
They can help us, right?"
Yes. I gesture to you.
Okay, you wonderful townsfolk, we have great news for you. Your menace that has been tormenting you is gone. We have dispatched the foul beast of sorts, and you'll be able to return to your daily lives without threat of demonic interference.
Before you can continue, from across the tavern, a rowdy-looking, long-bearded shield dwarf stands up and says, "Right, we heard about that, but you're going to choose our new mayor, aren't you?"
Oh my god.
Now, we have briefly spoken with your
You could
lovely
always pick Bigsby.
blacksmith.
He's always been the best about these sorts of decisions.
No, settle down. Let us all relax and be calm about this.
I
We've
need you
spoken
to
with
roll a
left here.
persuasion check.
Let's see.
Ira's gonna end up the mayor of this town.
Oh
Mayor
shit.
here.
When you accidentally
16.
become mayor.
As you're trying to talk to the townsfolk, there is a moment where it's quiet as you say, "I need you all to relax," and then everyone just immediately starts talking and jabbering at you about who needs to be the next mayor.
Griffix, do the thing. Get some attention. Get them to.
Okay,
focus
everyone. I want to see a show of hands. Who has seen the chopped head of an abomination before?
It is dead quiet.
Who would like to see the chopped head of an abomination?
Oh no.
The dwarf, who immediately stood up, says, "Well, I'd like to see that if you happen to have it on you."
Come on,
Show and
come
tell will
on.
happen. No, wait. Show and tell will happen briefly. We've spoken with your blacksmith. Great idea. Send notice to the capital for having a new official sent, and your mayor problem will be solved. nice and simple. You don't need to worry about the bureaucracy of simply
But if we
picking
just
who
elect
you
Bigsby,
trust.
we won't have to wait for the officials to get back to us.
Is Bigsby good with money and is trustworthy?
No, he's a gambler. And you hear across the table, I am not.
So
I never promised money that isn't mine.
if you all trust Bigsby, this sounds like a fantastic idea. I recommend sending notice to the Capitol and having a new official come out. You know, not maybe telling them you've been attacked by demons and get maybe the best you can out of this, because you're no longer attacked by demons, clearly. You're all good to go now. But, you know, have someone that is level-headed and not too, you know, out of touch with, or sensible people you all are.
I
You don't
turn
need
to
a
you,
mad noble.
I don't like
Maybe your current
how you
mayor,
end up
but-
with a career in politics. You're just really like, come on, let's go see the abomination head.
The entire tavern just kind of gives a jeer. And
Gosh.
I need
Bread and
a
circus.
The
persuasion
rest
check.
of the group.
I need a persuasion check at advantage from Ire as this happens, and then we'll go to what's going on in the mayor's house.
I like how
With advantage or normal?
It's with advantage because Griffix is helping you. Kind of.
He's helping.
23. Your words seem to have taken root. They seem to understand what you're saying. There are some drunk people in here, and they're not very helpful. But for the most part, the town and the people who are worried in here, you see optimism. So, you've done your job, despite the loud noises being jeered about Bigsby.
Classic
Who-
Bixby.
You notice Bigsby is a gnome across the other table.
Vote for Bixby.
That's what's going. That is the voice that's being thrown around. Is vote for Bixby. As you leave the tavern, we jump over to the mayor's house. Doll, Sylvie, and Spring, and Scythe. Everybody else, okay. You enter the mayor's building. It's not really a house. It's more like just an official building. You see there are 3 rooms on the bottom floor. One of them was the mayor's office. One of them looks like it was a storage room of some kinds, and then the other one looks like it's almost like a small kitchen and mess. Doesn't look like this building was meant for anybody to live in. It looks like the sort of thing that is temporary at best.
Is the storage room locked?
No.
Oh. What's in there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I open the door.
You
That's
you
okay.
try to lockpick and you just.
I was just thinking,
Where's
if
the fun in that?
4,000 gold is probably behind a lock, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You see that the storage room is a storage for papers.
Oh.
It is full of parchments and missives and letters, and they're all filed and neatly sorted away. It is cramped in here. There's basically only enough room for one person to step in single file between all of these drawers and cabinets.
This is a small town, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering why they would have so many papers for such a small
Yeah.
town.
I'm gonna grab a paper and look at it.
Roll a D100.
Oh boy. 30.
30. Okay, with a 30... Hold on. It's... That doesn't make sense. Reroll.
Okay.
Sorry.
But
That's okay.
50.
50.
50.
50. 50.
350.
32. 50.
All right. This looks like it is a request to establish the actual borders of somebody's farm. Because
Okay.
they are having conflicts with their neighbor about where their farm ends and the next one begins.
Is it Bigsby?
No.
Gambler. He doesn't own
Any
land.
luck?
Of course not.
I would look a little further, kind of just trying to get a sense of like going to different sections and seeing if I think this is all just
Nonsense.
Roll me an investigation.
minutia
Roll
of a
investigation.
town. Okay, I can do that.
I'm gonna give you guidance before you get too far into the room, and I can't fit in the room. I'm gonna
Huh?
tap your shoulder and give you guidance,
You know,
and
pretty.
her
You can
guidance is
probably
always,
squeeze it. Oh, thank you.
and it's always
Okay.
like actually. So it's something to the effect of like, oh yeah, if you look over, you might want to try over there because blah blah blah, something something. You know?
I hate it.
You are distracting in your guidance, apparently.
Yeah, I'm good
Your
at
guidance
this.
are just in their ears, and it's not helping.
Yeah, this is 12. Whatever.
Okay. With a 12 investigation, this looks like it's a room full of just minutia.
Seems like what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
nothing.
this guy-
There's nothing to be hidden in here.
This guy must have been mayor here
Do we have a
forever.
sense of- yeah, do we have a sense of like how far this goes back?
Yeah.
It's a lot of papers for a small town.
You're gonna have to do some research to figure out how long
I-
Turn was the mayor, and if you want to, you can.
I back out of this room
I figured.
and go. We didn't like exhaustively search the mayor's body, did
You
we?
haven't even really looked.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You were like,
do
he's
that.
dead, and then you ran out the back.
We
Well,
were
we had
busy.
to catch the guy. I'm gonna give him a ruffle, a respectful ish ruffle. Looking for a key or
Roll
something.
another investigation.
Okay.
While you do that, I'm gonna like look around the kind of part where because we're in his office, right?
Yeah. Now you're in his office.
We're in his office. I'm gonna look around for
Sylvie!
like thing that might be a safe, any sort of thing that might be a safe, anything that like looks like something, anything out of the ordinary, like
Roll
a picture of this,
investigation.
Oh my God.
etc.
Thank you.
I'm gonna guidance myself, mutter under my breath about the best places to find some shit because of stuff that I've read.
I can't roll over a 4. Come find this. Come search this guy.
When you yelled Sylvie's name,
Yeah,
she
I
jumped
also-
at what she was doing. She hit her head on the bed frame because she was under the bed looking for stuff.
What the? There's no bed. It's not a place people live.
I thought we were in his house. Okay, I was
No.
under the desk.
It's the
I was under the
city.
desk
Office.
then.
It's City Hall. There is
I
no
was
Yeah.
under the desk then. I hit my
Okay.
head under the desk.
All right, wake up.
What? Ow. What?
Help me search this guy.
Sorry,
He's
Scythe
kind of a
just handed
key
me
or
this
something.
pastry.
With a 12, Spring, you find
14. 14.
with a
As a guidance.
14. Okay. With a 14, you see there are lots of reports of people being abducted and not appearing again. You
Yep.
hear you find a letter from the Aurelian National Guard discussing the threat of orcs nearby, and they need to defend their borders.
Like around the time that Typhon would have
Mhm.
been okay. So it checks out. That's good to know.
You don't find a safe. You don't find anything that is obviously staying "Don't look at me" throughout the office.
Fair.
Sylvie, what are you doing? You've
Uh,
been asked for help.
I put down my pastry. And, you want me to look at his body?
I don't know. Sure.
I mean, I already asked my god to take care of it, but, like, yeah, I'll look it over.
Does he have?
What? Oh, like a key
Have you
or
ever had a
something?
job before, Sylvie?
I don't know how I feel about your tone, doll.
Or are you one of those girls with rich parents?
Excuse me.
Hmm?
I'm just wondering where this animosity came from.
It's not
Like-
animosity.
You know what? No, I'm sorry.
How is this
Listen,
not animosity?
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. We
Well, what the fuck did I do?
well, you haven't helped me search the guy. I've told you 3 times what I need
That's
you to
it.
do.
Fuck. Wipes the crumbs off her hands and she goes rooting. She pulls the clothes off this thing.
Oh,
This is
You
what
pull the
fucking
clothes off the guy?
Yeah, strip him.
Just
What the-
casually stripping a man.
As
Well, you asked me to do it. You can't complain about my methods.
as you
I
pull
go-
the clothes off of the mayor, as you pull the vest off of the man, a slip of paper, rectangular and folded, falls out and onto the floor.
Are you happy now, doll? Now he has no dignity. Oh,
This
I
is
found
his
this, by the
vest.
way. Here you go.
please don't touch his pants. Okay. Thank you. What's on this?
Oh, I found.
It is a promissory note
complaints.
for 4,000 gold from the black and red vault in Augur City.
Oh. Hey, good job, Sylvie. We get
Any
paid.
more complaints? Put it in this box.
I slap the pastry out of her hands
Oh no!
and walk away.
5-second rule.
You hear her say as you leave the room, okay, Scythe,
Floor
what are you
pastry.
doing while this all happens? As a horde of people following Ire and Griffix leave the tavern.
Scythe didn't try to go into the office.
Okay.
Scythe is large and is carrying a head, so she kind of stood around outside the office while they were searching it, sort of looked around the room a little bit, checking for anything that looked like a secret door, and then she kind of shook her head and went outside, and now she's just standing outside City Hall holding the head and looking at the sky.
When you look back down, there are a lot of people approaching you. They are the townsfolk, and they are approaching, following Griffix and Ira. They're loudly chattering to each other, and then when they see you, this clearly a little drunk dwarf says, "Oh, is that the abomination then?"
Yeah, that's it. It was the monster was over 20 feet tall. It was terrifying.
Well, she's only like 6 feet tall. What are you talking about?
But the head,
Oh my-
the head, not her. Oh my God, no,
Oh,
not she.
Scythe is just standing there scowling.
As much as a robot can.
Wait, where does it end
How
and
is
where
she
does it
scowling?
begin?
Oh God, Scythe. I'm sorry. Yeah, Scythe. Could you just put the abomination head on the ground for a second? You see,
How far away are these people from
Like-
Scythe?
Like 20 feet.
Okay, Scythe is going to walk up to the drunk dwarf.
and
Oh, I
Griffix.
see. You're definitely not a monster.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, I
And
forgot
she's
my glasses.
just- Gonna put the head down right next to the dwarf on the ground.
Oh, I seen one of these before, back in the war.
you've seen a creature like this before?
Absolutely, they were running up threes. Roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
Scythe is not going to roll an insight check. He is just ignoring this.
Yeah,
Good
that's
luck,
fair.
Ire. We rolled well.
So happy.
You don't believe he's telling you the truth. You believe he is full of shit.
Really now? Like, what were they doing in the war? You know, I'm curious. You know, saying they're rolling up in threes and everything. Like, bemuse us with your
Oh.
tale.
Well, I'd be happy to share.
Oh
You
boy.
see, they'd be following up around the outsides of the camp, and they'd break on through. Then they would drop poison down the wells every time.
Drop poison
And he
down the
he
wells.
hiccups.
Have any of your well water been poisoned by any weird chance? While we're here, still?
Oh, we don't have any wells in the town.
You're
That
so
would be-
fortunate and lucky then.
There's a river right over there.
Well, I can guarantee you your river is clean, considering your little closet problem did not like delving into the river by any means or any form of water.
Oh, what's it?
Closet? Little things, spiny, fleshy, demonic.
Oh,
Green
no,
fuzzy.
of course. Yeah. We've seen
Little
plenty of those during the
shapeshifters.
war, too.
What war?
Plenty of them during the war. What war was this?
Yeah, you know, the conflict between, what's its name? Anyway, who is you to talk to a veteran like that? You should be respecting your elders, you should be.
Feels as if I should history check something about this war
There-
if I know anything
I
about it,
don't
but
think you
at the
need
same time,
to.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing going on.
You can roll a history check.
This is deeply funny.
With a 13, and the fact your tutorship would teach you that right now you're actually in a time of significant peace, and there hasn't been a real war for the last 100 years or so.
You know what? I've heard about the war you're talking about. It was devastating. It was awful. It just massacred so many people.
That's
ravaged
right.
Everything.
That's right, and we all should bow our heads in respect for the
And-
fallen.
It happened like 100 years ago, and I'm so happy we're just in such a peaceful moment in life, except for your town that just kind of had a very unpeaceful moment. But hey, back to normality at this point.
What?
Up and up, as they say.
Good transition. Good transition.
All right then. You're welcome for your service.
Anyway, did you guys find anything in town hall? Any chance?
Alfog, you're muted.
What's that?
I think he was talking to me since I'm the one standing out there.
Yeah.
Unless the others have come out.
No, they're still in there.
Did you find them?
Size shrugs, because she wasn't in the room. She goes,
You're right. I get that. So I go in and check on them in the town hall.
Okay. You find
I was
them.
just gonna pick up the abomination head again
Okay.
and just flourish it at the townspeople a little bit in case anyone wants to see it.
I just stand next to Scythe and look tough.
There's kind of like most people look at it with like curiosity. A few people recoil away at the droplets of blood that kind of out like a spray.
Is it still like slowly evaporating?
Oh yeah.
Like bit by bit. Oh.
It's almost like there's this very shallow smoke coming off of it, but it's red and disgusting. Griffix, as you enter the town hall, you would find Doll leaving the office with a bit of paper in hand, and you'd hear Sylvie say, 5-second rule.
And eating food off the floor.
Hey man, look what we found. And I'll flutter it in Griffix's face.
Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot. All of a sudden, I forgot Other Bryn's character's name. What is
Sylvie.
it? Sylvie. I look at you, and I look at the dead body, and I'm like, you're not supposed to eat in front of dead bodies. It's not just customary. It's just unsanitary.
What?
Oh my
Where's
god.
that a rule?
It's a rule.
Is
Come
it? I
on.
grew up in a temple. I think I would know how to handle the decorum of a dead body. And you notice that the body is now shirtless? Which it definitely wasn't before?
There's also a lot of crumbs on it.
Oh my god. All right. Where are the horses? I think it's time to get going. We're not staying the night here. We're on our way out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
we gotta
I
get
guess.
Let's go cash this check. We're done here.
We're going straight to Augur City?
I think we're going home.
We're
Well, that's
going
where the
back.
check's for.
So,
There,
you
Hey.
know, as contractors of the Mariguard, you are not responsible for collecting.
Ah, alright,
They do
yeah.
the account. Sweetie, have you ever had a job before?
Oh,
Listen,
I feel like no, right? No? The answer's no?
is this like shit on Sylvie Day? Can we just go?
I think she just moved into the family business. This is all nepotism here, isn't it?
Definitely go.
You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'll get the fucking horses.
All right.
Oh. Thanks,
I will-
Sylvie.
Yeah.
Spring wants to look at the just out of pure curiosity, would like to get a sense of like how many records are in this records room before we leave. How far back do
Like
these
jelly beans in a jar. You're trying to
1 million.
calculate.
So, all right.
back does it go?
Give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm gonna walk into the mayor's house now.
Pretty good.
See
18.
what else is going on.
With an 8, okay, you walk in and you hear this argument going on right in front of you. With an 18, Spring, you're looking in the storage room, and you open some of these crates to look at how many papers are in them. Some of them don't have a lot. Some of them are packed to the end. Some of them, it's like one name, and then beneath them is a huge pile of parchments. And then a couple of them, you see like a few names of different families, and there's like a sheet of paper underneath it. Like, it's hard to tell, but you could maybe a year, maybe 5 years, maybe a decade, somewhere between there.
So it seems like it's the tenure of one guy, but he kept a lot of fucking records.
It seems like, based on the neatness of the storage room, he tried to keep it as best he could.
Yeah.
Now he's dead.
And now he's super dead.
Whoops.
Well,
And slightly defiled.
A little bit.
Only, yeah. When everyone is out of the room, I think Spring will at the very least put his shirt back on, because that seems
Yeah, his shirt.
undignified.
Okay.
Doesn't need it.
And she doesn't. I mean, she doesn't care about the guy. She doesn't pray, but she is gonna at least look at him and say, "You kept good records. That means something in the world."
The spring.
And then she'll leave.
Can I walk out to Scythe and say, "Hey, did that blacksmith say we could take anything from the mayor's house?"
Mm-hmm.
Damn, where do you think that is? That's
I
it.
thinks about it. She thinks about the layout of the town. Does she have a guess as to where the mayor actually lived?
No.
Okay.
You guys have been here for a few hours. You have not
Yeah, fair enough.
investigated
No.
the town.
Dalek's tempted to go look for it, but he does not.
What do you guys do?
Sylvie rolls up with the horses.
Fucking out of here, man. We're gonna cash this check. Goodbye, town.
Yeah, it sounds like it's time to head back to the Mariguard and apologize for accidentally getting our client killed, but here's the money.
I don't think
How
we did
far
that.
away are we? How far
No,
away
it's
are we?
It's
true.
3 weeks.
Yeah, it's
3
a
weeks.
win.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So I'll send my little sending. I'll send my little
Oh, that's
sending
right.
scroll.
We've got the transcript
to-
paper.
Yeah.
Just- a final thought. What if there's another bad guy in town?
Why would there? Do you want us to like go around and kill every closet? What?
No, I'm just saying. You know,
How bad? There's probably lots of bad people in this town.
Okay, absolute evil bad, not just, you know, gambles or picks his nose. I mean bad.
Well, what do you base that on?
This objective
A
judgment
person that wishes
skill
to do
God-
harm. A person that wishes to do harm to
The
everybody
gods-
on a large with it.
There
this
were
guy did.
tracks besides this gentleman's tracks, but also
And the rabbit
Do we
told me
get-
there was at least 2 others.
Maybe we
Okay,
should
but are we
stay
getting
away.
paid to hunt them down? Because I don't think we are.
What's that?
Are we getting paid to hunt them down? Because I don't think we are.
What are we getting paid for? It is a good question.
I mean,
we did a job.
we
the
got
mayor
paid.
hired us. The mayor hired us to get rid of the thing that was taking people from the town. Clearly, this guy was taking townspeople and making sacrifices with their blood so he could ease his transformation. He can't do that anymore. I don't really know exactly what the closets are for, other than to maybe put people off of his tracks and make it seem like they were the main threat. But in fact, he was the main threat. As far as I can tell, he was taking people as much as he could. He's not a threat anymore. And okay, the mayor's dead, but we found our promissory note, so we're done.
There was a bunny that said there was more people.
Bunny
Really?
did say that. Well, listen,
the word of
listen.
the rabbit?
Objectively, how smart is a bunny?
It's really stupid for the most part. What I would like to say here, a good compromise for everybody. We mention it in the report that there may be more people involved in this, but the major problem, the one we're getting paid for, is taken care of. That way, if more shit starts going on in town, they have like a record that it's probably these other guys. But it's not like our problem. They can hire us again if they want us to take care of it.
or Persh can tell us to stay if it's a real problem.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
bonus probably.
You do
That's
know.
what-
transcription
That's what the
paper is for
transcription
this.
paper is. Yes.
Yeah, so
You know what?
So you make an
transcription
interim
paper.
report. If
Mhm.
Persh thinks we should stay, we stay. If he doesn't care, we go home.
okay. Am I doing that? I think I was the one who was supposed to talk to Persh.
I'm pretty sure I'm the. Oh, are you the transcriptionist? I thought
I thought
was.
it was
You-
me.
Okay.
Oh,
So
LOL.
one person is the chronicler and one person is the send letters back.
Spring is
There's
the
2
chronicler. I thought I was the transcription
Sure.
person.
Go for it.
To be
Oh.
honest,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
One person needs to keep track of the transcription paper, and that's it. Please keep track of that.
You got
The
it, Pen.
s- the
Well, how
scribe
many
has-
do I have? Wait, I think I actually might have put this in my inventory. Give me a second.
That would be great.
I do. Transcription scroll. I gotta go scroll 1. 7 charges, unlimited words.
Yep, that's the stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna use a charge.
So you write a letter, a report.
Uh-huh.
So the way,
A with a lot of Y's. Persh.
It's a
I
letter.
love it. I love that.
Dear Persh.
And then
Okay.
like a normal
I'm just
report.
imagining him like looking at the number of Y's in that hay and
He's
going,
like Sylvie.
What are you reporting to Persh?
Job's done. Mostly. We did the thing we were supposed to do. The mayor died. Not our fault. Got bank slip. We got the bank slip. More people involved. Question mark, question mark. We good? Question
Do you
mark.
mention that the mayor's dead? I'm sorry.
Oh
missed
yeah, I
that.
said
yeah,
that.
that
I
was
for
in
sure
there.
said that.
Yeah.
Mayor's dead. Got paid though.
Not our fault. You
Not our.
Yeah,
I
she-
definitely
she
said
did make
not
sure to-
our fault.
not our fault that the mayor is dead.
Did you underline that?
3 times. Are we good here? Question mark.
Okay.
Heart.
on.
Smiley face.
Sylvie. XOXO.
Oh no. I love her.
I literally had unlimited words, but I still typed like I was texting.
Mm-hmm.
I
Or like
still
using
wrote like I
message.
was yeah.
Like 25 characters only.
Okay.
I do enjoy this music a lot. It's the music of
Trying.
hijinks.
As soon as you finish that and you tear it off the transcription scroll, the paper vanishes in ash.
And that was a charge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It takes a few minutes, and suddenly a similarly sized parchment appears in your hand. And it says, Sylvie, if the client is dead, bring the promissory note back. If you suspect further conflict, monitor the town for a night. Their initial report said they were daily. If all seems well tomorrow morning, return to Ferrum. Persh.
Okay, guys. Bad
What?
news.
I walk out of the mayor's office eating part of a wheel of cheese that the mayor had. No, being a part of the conversation.
He did have a lot of cheese. So he wants us to stay the night just to make sure nothing else happens, and then we can leave.
Okay.
But he didn't say we had to do anything.
Well, maybe
Where
I should
is-
find the mayor's house. There could be.
We could sleep there because no
Clues.
one else is gonna.
We could.
Yeah, let's ask.
I say with
somebody.
my mouth full is, does that anyone know what the mayor's house is?
Is there like, still a group of people nearby?
Yes.
Looking at the head, poking at it with a stick.
Scythe is deliberately showing this horrible head to like the nearest children in the
The
crowd.
children.
Right now.
Like just doing the wave, showing the head, just.
Incredible.
Okay, who
Just
wants
like
to ask?
pointing out the gross bits. Look, it's evaporating. She doesn't say anything, just like,
All the kids are watching, and the one that you recognize as the original refugee child is like looking up at him, and he says, "This was the monster that took us out?" She spits on it.
Oof, cool kid.
That girl.
Boy? Girl?
Hard to tell.
Scythe reaches
get it.
out with her other hand that isn't holding the head and just like pats the child on the head like, good job. Well
Uh,
done.
The kid seems surprised at the approval, but you see them suddenly look up at you and smile.
Aw.
And then they like reach up and they like, you feel their hand like grab onto your wrist, and the kid says, "You're cool."
Oh.
My God.
Scythe sort of lowers her head so that the helm is like she goes down basically as far as she can towards this little kid. Goes,
It's a tiefling.
"You're cool."
Ugh.
The kid smiles a little wider, and then runs
Then
away.
she straightens back up and just kind of.
Kid thinks
No,
I'm
it's-
cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, just like
Hell yeah.
Kids are so honest that like
it's a very real
that's like the
compliment.
best kind of compliment.
Since
So-
we have a good
Go ahead.
since before we have a good chunk of people in the crowd that are observing the head, and since we're all here, do we possibly see any people kind of keeping their distance when kind of eyeing the head like suspiciously?
A lot of
Yes, we
people think
do
it's
know-
gross, but you can roll me an insight check. Like, there's a lot of people that clearly this is not something they want to see or that they see every day. There's several people that are like,
They didn't have to come out here.
Yeah,
It's true.
Oh.
With an 11 insight, you don't see anyone that looks as though they're nervous or as obviously like, well, what do we do now? Like, the leader's dead. You don't see anybody reacting that way.
No accomplices in sight, it seems.
No, definitely not with an 11.
Oh, sorry. Are we looking for accomplices?
You say that out loud.
I would say that to Ire.
Right.
Oh.
The entire
Get
town's
on
right
the
next to
ground.
you.
Yeah.
The dwarf
Hey.
next to you says, accomplices? What,
No,
you
no,
mean
no,
like
no,
a-
no.
like
Don't worry
the
about that.
espionagers from back in the war?
Exactly. You said they run in groups of 3. You know, we got to be careful.
No, they'd
Real
run
worried
around the
about-
threes.
It's a
Oh, you're right. Run around the 3. This is the one. I whispered to Sylvie. The rabbit said that there were 2 other people involved
sure
in
did.
this. So it's a good idea to keep an eye out for 2 other people.
Can I sidle up to a kid and be like, hey,
Hey.
where's the mayor live at in this place?
Oh. Humpty? He'd be down at the building on the corner.
Humpty?
Hey, thanks.
Hmm?
Sylvie's looking at the crowd. Since Ire recommended actually paying attention.
Okay.
Can I inside check?
Yes.
Yay.
You can do whatever you like. It's your game.
24.
24.
Damn.
A lot of people are made nervous by the sight of this gross disembodied head. A lot of people seem relieved that what they think to be the main threat is gone. A lot of people seem grateful. Other people you see that are looking worried, nervous about the fact that the mayor's dead and now there's going to be some more changes to be taking place. You hear the conversations of people where they're discussing what happened to the sheriff, what the fuck's going to happen now when Durgis gets drunk. What are we going to do about that? It's small town problems. You don't sense anybody like alarmed that their leader is dead, or it just seems.
Has
like
anyone been doing like interim sheriff type stuff? How long was the sheriff dead?
Wasn't that
I-
yesterday?
it was a
He went
day.
missing?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody's
Yeah,
done it
nobody's
yet.
stepped up
Okay.
yet.
Sorry, I got.
It's
got
been a
little-
minute, to be fair.
Yeah.
as you're thinking about that, you hear Bigsby, like you hear the name Bigsby. Bigsby could be the next sheriff, and then you hear, "Why me? What the?"
Poor Bigsby.
Big Speed fan club.
Hey, you want to find this dwarf?
You
and
know
break
what?
his knees?
That sounds like a great idea. You guys want to do a democracy? That sounds wonderful. Everyone should return to their homes and think about who they want the next sheriff to be.
Roll a persuasion.
Democracy.
Is that how democracy works?
It is when you're in the head.
I'm not getting involved in
You
politics.
said persuasion?
Mhm.
Throw it into existence.
Or deception if you
Oh.
didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it.
Okay, well, what's your bonus to deception?
It's +7, so I'll...
It's the same.
roll.
Same.
It's 11. Okay. Everyone just kind of looks at you. Why would we do that? I got things to do. I have to go back out to the farm. I can't go about sitting at my home. It's just people are taking you very literally, and it's not helpful.
Take a deep breath. We're gonna go to the mayor's house to make sure everything's okay there. We don't want any more surprises. Go back to your daily lives, people.
Well,
We'll
alright
be
then.
staying for a night.
Great. Are you finished with these? And he points to the head.
We're keeping that.
Yeah,
Why are we keeping that?
because we're gonna ask, you know.
Oh, you want to
Tabernacle.
like study
Yeah.
it or something?
Well, I don't want to study shit. I just, you know, someone else might know. Since the brain doesn't.
Since I don't know what.
Anything. I mean, anything about the head.
So like, are all the townsfolk like looking at us expectantly?
No. A lot of
Okay.
them have kind of wandered off at this point.
Was someone? So someone was asking. Who was asking about the head?
The drunk-ass shield dwarf.
The
Oh,
veteran that thanks you for your
The
The veteran.
Veteran. The stolen valor.
the one who's gonna say he killed this thing as soon as
Yeah,
we
That's
for
leave.
literally
sure.
exactly.
Yes.
It does not take a high insight check to be like, he's claiming this.
Passive is so high.
Scythe just picks up the head.
All right, didn't mean any offense. I'm sorry. You all have a pleasant evening. Another drink.
You too, sir. And thank you for choosing the Mariguard Mercenaries. Hey guys, I know where the mayor's house is.
Let's go.
Let's skedaddle.
Okay, so I'm going to pull you over to the Korre map.
I'm gonna look under his bed.
You're so weird.
Just where everybody keeps the good stuff.
That's
Like,
not.
I don't know what I'm gonna find.
First of
It's
all,
all
let's figure out if
magic.
he has like maybe there's a family in here. Like we should probably.
No, he sure doesn't have a family. They would have mentioned like, oh no, his kids.
Maybe.
Yeah, that would have been like the first thing, you know?
Sure.
Of all those people we talked to about
It's
this.
just gonna
What
break
about
in
the
and there's like a
mayor's kids?
family eating dinner. We're just
So
gonna be like,
let's not just
"Sorry,
kick the
guys."
door in.
Okay.
This is our house now.
Is this house currently occupied by
So,
people?
the child pointed it to you as on the corner. It's this house here.
Okay. Excellent.
It
No,
is
I
locked.
don't need to.
It looks like there is a single cart that has not been used in a while on the side of the house. The curtains are drawn.
Single cart
Um,
family. Sorry.
Okay. It looks like it's in relatively good repair. It's been well maintained. But from here, it looks like it's a pretty small house.
Is there a basketball hoop outside?
No.
You said the door's locked?
No kids.
Yes.
Can I knock on it?
Yes.
I do that.
The knock goes silent for a moment, and then you hear
Shit.
from
Oh.
inside the door,
Shit.
Caskington residence, how can I help you?
I'm here to report a status of a. Who is this?
Most suspicious thing ever.
Rapid changing tactics.
I was like, this is not what I came here for. What is happening?
There is a pause. The door, you hear the latch be undone. And then the door
Dorgan.
opens, and you see there is a dwarf looking up at you. He's wearing a waistcoat, black trousers,
Lord.
and he says,
Oh.
I am the handman of Lord Caskington. How can I help you?
Oh. I'm sorry, is this Dorgan's residence? Is he Dorgan
Dorgan
Caskin?
Caskington,
Turn?
aye. That was,
Oh,
that's who he is. How can I help you?
well. I'm with the Mariguard. I guess.
We have some good news. The monster that was, you know, what's it, endangering your town is dead now.
That is good news. Thank you. Why are you telling me?
Bad news is you have no job now.
Your master. Is that the right word? Your boss.
My
Dorgan's
lord.
no longer with us.
Very well. I will handle
Sorry.
his affairs. I appreciate the alert. Do
Okay,
you need
well.
do you need to investigate the premises for evidence? Is
Yep.
this why you're here?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well.
I mean, it could be that, yeah, there's still
Before
a
I-
danger.
Before I allow you over the threshold, is there any proof that you are who you say you are?
Meriguard badge.
Oh, yeah.
Badges.
We have badges, right?
The severed head.
We have something with the seal, right? Like the contract
Yeah,
or
we-
something.
Yeah, we're all in like Mariguard.
That's
Well
true.
Or
enough.
Show
some
it.
of us.
Bedecked.
We
Please
have the colors.
wipe your feet.
Oh, yes, sir.
I looked
Do we
down
want to
at
maybe
your
leave?
feet.
I'm to turn to Scythe. Do we want to maybe leave the head outside? It might
I
bleed.
would prefer if you did, honestly.
Well, someone's gonna take it.
Yeah, we don't need someone taking the head.
You
Do you
can
have like
place
a
it-
like
here.
a big
You
pot
can
we
do-
could put
you
it in?
can- No, you can place it in the delivery box here. No one will open that.
Very well.
Thank you.
Scythe
And it
does
is,
that.
it's like a chilled box that likely groceries would be placed in.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
After a thorough
of
cleaning,
course.
Uh,
Yeah,
I wipe my feet,
Me too.
Thank you.
and we go.
go to Spring.
Alert me if you require anything, otherwise please try not to break anything.
Of course. And he looks at Sylvie.
Fuck me. I'm delicate as a flower.
If you need me, I answer to the name of Durney.
Durney.
Dear.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have next of kin that needs notifying?
Yes, I will be handling that.
Is there any way we could just like go to sleep, doodaloo, go to the next day? Because I don't. Are we just rummaging through some poor civil servant's house right now?
That's literally what you're doing, yeah. We can handle
We
this
didn't
with
know
some
there'd be a butler.
We can handle this with some investigation checks, and then you can take a long rest in this house if you want to.
Sure.
Durney is not unfamiliar with providing hospitality, so the question is if you're going to try to talk food out of him, or if you're going to just eat your rations.
I want food.
I go to Sylvie.
All right.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Does he
and then-
have any candy?
Yes, I believe we have some lollies for the children. Do you want some?
Persuasive.
All right. And you see he goes into the kitchen, and you hear the sound of breaking. What's like the sound? It almost sounds like breaking glass. But when you look in, you see he's bending a pan and pulling some fresh lollies off of a pan, and then
Oh,
bringing
cool.
them to you.
Oh, he made them.
He's making
Yes.
the lollies.
What a cute guy. I want to keep him.
With a 21, Griffix.
I thanks him for the lolly very gravely.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I won't be staying here much longer, so they would have been gone to waste. I do have some stew that I could apply the heat to if you all need to stay the night.
Yes.
I'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Durney, the late Lord Caskin-Turn's butler, handles some hospitality for you guys tonight, and you eat well, and you can take a long rest.
Sylvie looks under the bed.
Do you?
Are you gonna steal it that
Yeah.
not nailed down?
You find...
No, I'm not gonna steal anything.
roll me a D100.
Hell yeah.
Like, unless there's like a
95.
golden statue or something. There's
A
nothing here worth
95. Okay. Hold on.
This man
one
has
moment.
butler. He might have something worth stealing.
Are you gonna steal it?
No, but I was curious if the rogue was gonna.
This rogue has morals, maybe.
Are there any pets in this house?
This rogue has ambitions.
Okay.
I'll steal his dog.
I think.
You find a toy sword.
Aw.
It's
Sus.
a little wooden sword. It's
Under his bed.
It's
under a bed.
Oh shit, does he have kids?
You don't know.
Cute.
Wait, so we get this.
None of the rooms look like a child's room. There's only 3 rooms that have beds in them, and 2 of them look like guest rooms.
Is there anything special about this sword?
It's made of wood. It doesn't look like it would
I
hurt
look
very much.
closer. Are there any runes on it?
It looks like it had termites in it at one point.
Yeah.
Can you cast Speak with Termite?
I wave it just to see if anything happens.
At this point, as you all are settling in to take a long rest, Doll, a word comes to mind.
Murder.
No.
Ooh.
It's as though you keep thinking the word.
Hmm.
The word is soulfire.
That's a weird thing for me to be thinking.
Yeah, it just keeps creeping up. As if
And
you heard someone
so-
say it and you can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, fire.
What? What?
I look around.
Okay. I don't know where you are in the house. I'm going to... Let's say you're in the den,
A
eating
room.
stew.
Sure. Okay. Kind of look at everybody. I want to try and think hard and think about if there's something I heard or to determine any association I have with this word. Can I figure out why the heck I keep thinking soulfire? Do
Roll
I think it's
history.
because of this rapier? Okay. Cursed sword. It was almost a 20, but instead, again, I can't roll higher
I
than
don't
a
know.
4.
It's fucking weird that you keep thinking soulfire. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Rod,
That's
do you want
weird.
an inspiration? Do you want an inspiration to roll it again?
I roll another 4 probably, but sure.
Take
Yes.
take an inspiration, my guy.
All right. Thanks.
You know, I was thinking what might be a great name for your sword.
Oh yeah.
Yes, is swordfish.
As he says swordfish,
Swordfish.
and you
Uh-huh.
roll that well in history, you're thinking about it, and you visualize in your mind where you last heard or saw soulfire
Mhm.
when Spring handed you the rapier. You remember seeing those runes along the hilt that were in Draconic. And suddenly, as you're picturing it, it's almost as if in your mind they were always written, that you could understand them, and they said soulfire.
Huh. Swordfish. I say swordfish out loud, and I put my spoon down and pull out the rapier. The new one, not my sword of warning, which will now be swordfish.
Okay.
What are you doing with Stepgetty?
Oh, Stabgetti. I'm gonna
Stabgetti.
kind of turn away from everybody and hold it out. I'm gonna say soulfire.
It ignites with flame,
Oh shit!
shining bright light in a short
I
distance
told you
away
not to
from
think
it.
about it too much.
It gleams and burns as though it's been
Oh.
freshly doused and burning.
No.
well.
Soulfire, go out!
Hey, you say it again, it immediately extinguishes.
Hey, how am I supposed to not think about this?
I told you. What if it's Oh my god, give that to me. I'm gonna look at it tonight.
Sylvia looks down at the wooden sword in her hands, very disappointed. And you quietly hear her whisper,
All right, he hands it over. Because to be honest, bright light is probably not his thing. He hands it back to Spring. He's like, fine, here.
I'll give it back. I just want to make sure it's like not
I mean, it's
cursed
not
and
mine. But, yeah.
Well, yeah, it is.
We all
I gave
found
it to
it.
you. But
Not the only
you're the one
person here who knows how to use a sword. A
but
rapier.
you're pretty good with a rapier, though. Yes,
I mean, yeah, I am.
you have
Thanks
you
for
have
noticing.
one. You have one already. Yeah, you were great in that fight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you should have it. I
Can I
think.
ask that you all please be careful with weapons indoors? Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Apologies.
It's fair.
I mean, I was being careful, but I get you.
"Dirty."
Journey,
Yeah, sure. What's the magic word for this sword?
please, if you wouldn't mind showing some respect. My name is Durney.
Sorry, Dirty.
Yeah, sure. The magic word for what?
This sword that I found.
Madam, that is a piece of wood.
Well, why was it hidden then?
What?
Got you.
Where'd you find it, Sylvie?
Under a bed.
It was likely
You
my
were
lord's
looking-
cousin left it there the last time he visited.
Did he tell you what the magic word was?
It's a toy?
I don't believe you. She's gonna, put it on
Very
her belt.
well.
I'm onto something here, guys.
As you might say, madam. Yeah, sure. And Durney leaves.
Uh,
I like his guff. Kind of his jib, that's what I meant.
Dawn
There we
gets
go.
up and takes any bowls that are empty and follows Journey and offers to help with the dishes.
That is very gracious of you, my lord. That is not necessary.
Okay, well.
This is the last time I'll be doing this.
Oh, all right. Well, enjoy, and sorry that happened.
He does not say anything. Is there anything anybody else wants to do? Perhaps pissing off the butler? Breaking something?
Neither eats her delicious candy, then
It is delicious.
does nothing else.
Okay. It's cherry flavored.
Yum.
Soothing.
Griffix, Ire, is there anything you guys want to do?
I'm just gonna wonder if Scythe can get diabetes. But other than that, no.
Under it, I believe.
No, I'm immune to
I-
disease.
Oh, that's dope.
I just walk outside for now and close the door and sit on the ground and preparing to just read my grimoire for the long
Okay.
rest.
Alrighty. Then we take a long rest. Are you guys going to take watch, or are you trusting the house to be secure?
I'm gonna take watch.
I
I
don't
have
want
an
to watch.
aspect of the
Sylvie,
moon and I
pass the
don't need to
fuck out.
sleep.
Okay, Sylvie's
That's
passed the fuck out for the moment.
She's cuddling the sword.
I'm sure.
She's named it Solstick.
She's out of her mind.
She's
I'm
on
going
something.
to pull you guys over to watch order in a moment. Sylvie, are you genuinely just going to sleep until someone kicks you awake?
Yes.
Alright.
She's man spread on the bed. Just
Alright. So, as you
I would like. Sorry.
as you
I would
decide
like to
your watch
reach-
orders, just place you guys wherever you're going to be. Alright, what are you doing?
I would like to ritually cast alarm.
Where?
I want to like kind of. I think. I think. Let me look at my. Let me look at. I don't think I can do too big of an area.
I believe it's
Uh,
10 or 20 foot square, or you can alarm portals, like windows and doors.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, I think. Main door, back door. Just main. Like I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do a whole huge thing about this, but just for her peace of mind, main door, back door, wherever it is that we're staying.
Okay. You do that. Go ahead and place you guys in the watch that you intend to take. Sylvie, I'm placing you on fourth watch, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
I could. Am I able to take a watch the entire time? I have the aspect of the moon, and I can just keep watch for my long rest.
If you don't need to sleep, then
Don't need to.
yes, you can be there all the time, like a weird specter.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we will go to first watch. Griffix, please do me a favor and roll me a perception check and a D100. Ire, you can either assist him to grant him advantage, or you can roll it yourself.
I'll assist him.
Okay, so Griffix, roll it with advantage.
You know, I haven't proven to be the most perceptive guy here. Are you good at noticing things?
He's way worse than you.
Okay, fine.
He is a minus
Unlike
one.
you, but unlike you, I don't need to sleep.
Okay, Griffix, roll again. Do you have advantage?
Oh, sleeping is so great, though.
I like to sleep.
Well, at least I got to roll the dice twice.
All right, Griffix, roll me a D100.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom right, the double looking dice. Yeah, 31. So, where are you guys taking watch? Are you inside the house? Are you patrolling outside of it? Are you sitting on the roof? How are you taking watch?
I'm sitting outside at the just front door, just watching anyone that goes by,
Okay.
keeping a
I mean-
literal ear out.
I do, go back and forth on the first floor, but I'm not leaving the house.
Okay. Then at the beginning of your watch, you both notice the townsfolk are active right now. And mostly you see kids running up and down the street with their maybe families or adults nearby. There's a tension in the air. Now that this big threat is gone, it seems as though the natural inclination of people is to act as though there was never any problem to begin with, except for the adults are trying to tether in the children, as there are still potentially closets about. So, while you don't notice anything actually dangerous, it's maybe a little concerning, but your watch passes without incident. So, if you guys want to talk, you can. Otherwise, we'll proceed to the next watch.
We're not near each other, so
You could be, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. I'm wandering back and forth, and it's like these people, they seem a little off, don't you think?
it's not normal. Like, they've been attacked every day for a while, and now it's just they hear one glimpse of good news, and all their worry is gone. Is peculiar as it can be, frankly.
Whatever. Anyway, so that's the watch.
Okay. Second watch, Scythe. And Ire. Because Ire is always awake. Scythe, please give me a perception check. I'm going to assume at advantage.
Cool.
These are numbers.
16.
Yeah, it's a 16.
Roll me
yeah.
D100.
Okay, 30.
Unless you have a conversation, your watch goes by without incident.
Near the end of my watch, I'm going to try to sneak into Sylvie's room. Except she's gone to the bathroom, and so I feel bad. Okay, I'll say this when she gets back, but she's gonna try to steal the stupid wooden sword out of her hands.
Okay.
But I will wait for her to be back at the keyboard before
We
I
will
do that.
handle that when she's back, yes.
I didn't realize, even though I literally perceived her walking behind me, his brain, whatever.
Doll and Spring.
Hi.
Roll me perceptions.
Okay.
You want to take it at advantage?
Sure. I'm pretty good at perception.
Especially because I think Spring is probably fiddling with something and tinkering and working on her glasses, etc.
Bad rolls, but 20.
Roll me D100.
Oh yeah, bad roll, sure.
83. Like how old I am.
You're old. You're 83. Okay.
I feel like it
Mood.
sometimes.
Look pretty good for an 83-year-old.
Thank you.
With a 20, Doll.
And I am patrolling.
Okay.
Like I do lead, yeah.
You hear this. It's peculiar. It sounds like it comes from very far away, miles away. But you hear the thunder crack of lightning. There's no storm. It's not raining and there's no wind. But it must be echoing off the nearby mountains. Miles away to the west, you're
Okay.
certain there was a crack of lightning, a real one.
But it's miles away.
Mhm.
It's the west of town where all the shit went down. I'm sorry, I have forgotten.
No.
Okay. Is it back towards the way that we came?
Mm-hmm.
I think Dol would tell Spring and then just kind of listen to see if he heard anything coming closer or anything more.
As you both pay attention, you don't notice anything else. Just a single
Okay.
crack.
That was weird.
Well, of all people, I know that there's things that can make thunder noises that are not thunder.
Yeah?
That's concerning.
Like what?
She lifts her thunder gauntlets.
Okay,
that she
but
punches people
do you
with.
think it's another artificer with your specific
I mean,
mean-
probably not, but I'm just saying there are other things that could make loud noises that sound like thunder that are not a storm. And it seems
mean-
like it's not a storm, right?
No, there's no storm.
In the
Could have
clouds.
been magic.
Could have been magic.
Maybe not our problem.
Hopefully not our problem.
Not our problem.
Hopefully not our problem. I don't know why everyone wants everything to be our problem.
I don't know what.
We're mercenary. We're hired to do a job.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what's wrong with just doing the job
mean,
that we're paid for,
yeah.
and then
It's like I got nothing wrong with helping people. That's fine. Sometimes.
at least we didn't defile anyone. Like our friend that grew up in a temple.
I've never defiled anyone in my life.
Yeah, me neither.
Nice.
Liars.
You're asleep.
Before this happened, Scythe snuck into Sylvie's room. Sylvie, what is your passive perception -5?
14.
Scythe, roll me a stealth. The DC is 14.
Okay. I have disadvantage because there is armor in my body, so this is really stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. Aw, okay.
All right. Sylvie, you are stirred to the noise of at some point during the night.
I think Sylvie looks at you kind of like blurry-eyed, like the barely awake, and she's like, Scythe, did you have a bad dream? Do you want to come here? Come on. I'm still sleeping.
Scythe looks puzzled. And then she just kind of shrugs and scoops Sylvie.
Okay.
That was not what she intended to do, but whatever. Sure, it's fine.
You
she just-
cuddle with her?
Yeah.
Sylvie's just,
Sylvie's
as
gonna
she's
wake up
falling back
more, and
asleep.
she's gonna be like, wait, this is
What the
weird.
fuck? As Sylvie's falling back asleep, she's just absentmindedly like patting the top of your head, like, so shiny.
And it's literally like she's petting metal. Like it's
Yeah.
just a
Tink,
fucking
tink, tink.
helm that she's petting, and Scythe is just sitting there like,
Wait a
Well,
minute, I
this
thought you
wasn't-
have hair. Don't you have hair?
I have a wig. It is a wig that it comes out of my helm.
Okay.
But the top of her head is metal, right?
Yeah.
Tink, tink, tink. And then loud snoring proceeds.
Okay. Well,
That
as
was not where
happens-
that was not what that was going to be, but
I want
that's what happens when you
Quickly
RP.
to I want to quickly say one more thing to Doll before we end our little watch scene. I gave you the sword because you're the one you'll use it the most efficiently.
Well,
I just
I mean,
I just
probably
don't
not
want you to I just don't want you to get cursed or anything, that's all.
hey, good looking out. I don't want to get cursed.
You know, I can't do everything. I'm still learning, but why travel with a person that knows how to tinker with stuff if you don't rely on them to help you know about stuff? It's my one skill.
I was just happy that I mean, listen, I was just kind of happy I figured out the word.
Yeah, what happened? How'd you do that? Did it say that somewhere?
Yeah, it says it on the. That's what the runes mean. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
you-
read
you read-
Draconic. No. It just. I think probably I was thinking about it, even though you told me not to.
Well,
It's really hard
you know,
not to think about something.
It's hard. It's yeah. Don't think about.
Yeah, maybe next time don't tell me that, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Noted for the future.
Okay.
But I'll identify it in the morning.
Yeah, cool.
You're pretty sure, Spring, that for her to suddenly know what the word was, she tuned to it. Anyway, Spring, Doll, at the end of your watch, and you go to awaken Sylvie for her watch, you go in the room, and Sylvie is cuddled up with Scythe. Do with this knowledge whatever you will. So, Sylvie, you've finished the long rest.
I feel great.
Good. Get up. It's your turn.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're into some
Don't
weird
fall back
shit.
asleep.
I'm in a what?
Some weird shit.
You calling Scythe weird
Spring-
shit? That's pretty fucking
Spring
rude.
is-
She's our team member.
Spring is grinning. She's very clearly like fucking with both of you.
One, I don't even know what happened, and two, that's rude. So,
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
like
so yeah,
carefully extract myself from Scythe, thinking, what the fuck?
Alright,
I'm the
cool.
weird one. Sure.
I lay down.
You have some new
Right where
aches
I
and
was?
pains.
Ow.
Yeah.
She's not
It turns
soft.
out that cuddling with an armored forged mind is not super cozy because she's
Yeah,
Metal.
she's made of metal.
New kink.
construct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
you got a kink somewhere.
Go to bed, Spring. Fucking weirdo.
Sylvie,
Mhm.
as you emerge, you find Ire out
Ah.
and awake.
What?
Hey, I don't know. I just they're very intense.
Suppose I'd say you look well rested, but you look like metal indented your flesh.
I've got
What
like
did you
the
sleep
lines on my face because I was like pressed up against her metal chest. Not really sure what happened. To be 100% honest.
As long as you feel nice and rested, it's
I feel
none of
great.
my business.
I got a little bit of sore neck, but I can look past that.
Please roll me perception and a D100.
Yeah. Can I roll it at advantage?
Uh-huh.
Yeehaw.
Everybody get the advantage.
18. And a D100 is 78.
The suns are rising during your watch, and out through the windows it's hard to miss them. What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Primordial, Sylvan.
Okay.
I'm common, abyssal, and dwarvish.
Neither of you can speak the language, but high off in the west, high over the trees, suddenly there is writing in the sky. It looks kind of like Sylvan, but it isn't.
Am I smart enough to figure out what the root word for like a similar family of characters is?
What is your intelligence score?
9.
No.
Shit. Smart person. I go and I slap
Um,
Spring.
I'm at a
What?
14,
Oh.
but I recognize it.
There's writing in the sky.
You can roll an intelligence.
What the fuck? What?
There's writing in the sky.
Spring, are you fucking with me?
No, there's writing in the sky. Come on, Spring, Sprung. Let's go.
Stop that! It's
Oh,
not a fucking. She goes outside and looks at the sky.
Okay.
I'd
Ira,
say,
what's your intelligence roll?
I was gonna say, could I history check it if I'd
No,
actually
this is a
recognize
straight
language?
intelligence.
Okay.
Intelligence.
Oh, no,
I'm
oh, no
a-
shit. I didn't see it.
You say it, you just don't
You're
know
right.
what it is. What
I'ma
languages
look.
do you speak? Spring?
Me? I speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Primordial.
It's an Elvish.
It's an Elvish. Do I need to roll an intelligence check? Do I just know what it is?
No, you can fucking read it because it's Elvish.
Says sweet deals on Amazon.
Yeah, what does it say?
It's a single word that doesn't make any sense to you. The letters spell out Aliscator.
Which means,
Nothing. Maybe it's a name?
but it's Elvish. But it's definitely Elvish.
The letters are definitely Elvish. It's not a magic word. It could be a name. That's the only thing you got.
Aliscator.
It
Can I
could
roll
just-
history about it or something?
You can,
is that not helpful?
Sure, roll a history.
Can I roll something about it, maybe?
No.
Aw.
I'm not rolling well. 12, that's not useful. Never mind.
So, I'm afraid not.
Okay. Aliscator. What do you... I mean, there's writing in the sky. It's in
Yeah.
Elvish. I don't know what the fuck it means. It doesn't mean anything. It's maybe a name, a place.
As you are watching, you see another word form beneath it. It's still in Elvish, but it spells out Gerenturo.
Is that a word I know?
No,
Or name?
it's a name.
History check?
No.
Eliscator Gerenturo.
And
I'd-
then you
Should I
watch
wake other people up?
as the
I'm
winds
puzzled and I watch for more.
blow it away.
Can I roll Arcana about like is this is written in like the clouds?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana to see if you can figure out how
Can
they
I
did
can I
that.
get a sense if this is like a skywrite spell or something? Oh, fuck. Okay, that's better. That's
Then a dick
slightly better.
appears.
Yes.
Huge
Yeah, right,
dick.
it's like a
Korre!
You have heard of a spell
Sorry.
of naturalistic magic called skywrite that allows you to write in the sky, and it looks a lot like that.
Eliscator Gerenturo.
Maybe that's who was doing the lightning. Honestly,
Maybe. Well, that would. I mean, it's naturalistic magic, and lightning can be naturalistic magic, so maybe.
Is Doll an
Uh,
elf? Doll's an elf,
half,
right?
my lord.
Do you think Doll would know anything about this? I'm asking
Hey.
Spring, not you.
Me? Do you think
Yeah,
who would
do
know
you think
about?
Doll might know about? I mean, he's got the pointy ears.
I mean, sure, we can ask Doll.
I go slap Doll.
No, don't. Fuck. God damn it. Be nice to people. Jesus.
I punch if you slap me.
Yeah.
That's
Just
just
a
how he wakes
fight.
up.
A whole
Yeah.
fight breaks out. Just-
Chill out, man. Fuck.
Okay, okay.
Don't
Hey,
fuck
what?
people awake.
Why would you do
God,
that?
call me rude.
You don't have brothers? All right.
Yeah, I could have stabbed you.
I
anyway,
probably deserved it. Does the name
argument.
Ellis Geller
Ellis-
woes?
Look,
Oh my god.
there was some strange writing in the sky that had elvish qualities, but didn't make any sense. Maybe a name, maybe a place. Does Eliscator Gerenturo mean anything to you?
No.
Echo, I assume.
No.
Listen, I know what I look like. I'm not really an elf, so don't.
I'm not really an elf either, so
I didn't grow up around elfy people. Sounds like names.
sounds like names to me too.
Maybe Tabernacle would know.
Yeah, probably. You want to spend another charge and ask him?
Well, I
Or at
mean,
least ask us
when
to
do I
ask him?
regain charges, Echo?
You don't.
They would give us a new one next time we went
Okay,
out,
well,
I
I have
assume.
I have 6 feats left. Is this
Okay, I'm
worth
going back to
asking
bed.
about? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Good night.
Sorry, doll. Okay, I don't know what this means. Theoretically, it
Roll me a history
Ye-
check.
Oh, shit.
We asked the wrong person.
Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
You don't
could
know.
be a name, a place,
It could be a noun.
could be a noun.
Person, place, or thing.
Maybe some drunk person.
Could
I mean,
be-
like
Could be a wizard having a stroke, Doll says,
could
with
it
his
be-
eyes closed.
Could it be like? Is it like? It's not like old Elvish or anything. It's just
It's
like.
just Elvish. You read it. It was clear as day in Elvish across the sky. It was a name, maybe. You do not
like,
know
it's
what
like
it
something
is.
with, like gobbledygook.
I feel like I could use a charge of
All right.
transcription paper.
I'm gonna write it down, and I'm gonna sketch the place that it was over. So we
Okay,
have
mountain
that's not really a
range.
thing. It's in the
Okay.
open sky over a forest. That could be
Okay, so
anywhere.
it's not okay. So it could be okay.
What direction is it from us?
West.
Okay, I'm
I'll
at least
remember
writing down that. Eliscator Gerenturo.
I will spell out Gerenturo because
Gerenturo.
Our efforts to do
Um,
that have not impressed you.
not at
Yeah.
all.
Okay. I think Spring is gonna think about this because now it's a puzzle, and so now she wants to like.
I was so
can't.
close.
Are you going to forgo the rest of your long rest to think about this?
I need to be able to identify this thing. I think it's going to take her a while to fall back asleep, but she is going to be thinking about this.
Okay. I'm going to say, for expediency's sake, you guys struggle with this for quite a while, but you finally force yourself to go back to bed. And at the end of that, the last watch goes without incident, and you guys all awaken.
Sorry.
You can discuss...
At level 10, right?
No.
Oh
You
my
can
god.
discuss everything that happened as you'd like, as you awaken in the late Mayor. Kaskin turns home.
Can I roll a history check on those names? Can I tell Scythe about that?
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Ceres, but I don't remember much.
The short answer then is no.
Okay.
Um,
Just checking.
Spring, I think, is going to wake up with the idea that maybe it's a logic puzzle or a word, like maybe it's like a what's it called? An anagram.
Sure.
So she's gonna just be like, it's like a crossword puzzle to her. She's
Like
just,
sneakers!
So,
Yeah, she's
as
written it out, and she's
you're,
gonna try to put
you're
what
struggling
Elvish
with
words.
these, while you're struggling with these Grivix, please roll me a history check.
Not before I get my character gets his coffee, but sure. What kind of check am I taking? History?
History.
History. Durney is
Oh.
happy to provide you all with cups of clava as he is getting his own self ready
Oh.
to
Oh
laugh.
yes, please. And
Thank you,
please.
Wordsworth.
A 14.
We cannot.
You don't know.
We can't. Yep. We are not so smart, guys.
It's okay.
Did you use the transcription
Hey,
paper,
I
or did
am.
we decide not to do that?
I
Okay.
didn't decide anything. I asked and no one responded.
We were
I was
sleeping.
asleep.
I'm asking again. Use it. Lose it.
Sure.
It could be
I mean-
code.
Hey, Persh. Writing in the sky to the west of town.
Far west.
Far west of
Like-
town.
20 miles away. It was not close.
Like 20
I
miles
ne- I
away. It
need
was
you to
not close. I
understand.
need
Okay.
you to understand this. Aliscator Gerenturo in Elvish.
Question mark?
Question mark?
You know anything?
Tabernacle, maybe? Do you know?
Spring will recite her list of other Elvish words that it could be. But
I'm not
it is
writing all that
anagram.
shit
Yeah,
down,
it's up to
Spring.
you if you
Lies. Skator.
Yeah.
I tear it off and send it to Persh.
Okay,
Risk
what
oats?
the fuck did that say?
I saw writing in the sky, where it was, how far away, what it said in Elvish. Do you know? Maybe Tabernacle. Send. Send tweet.
There is a long time before you get any reply.
What the fuck?
In fact, long enough that you should probably deal with other things like moving.
Yeah.
or
Okay.
leaving.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, we're getting ready to
Fuck
go.
this town. It's not
The
our
town
problem.
does not appear to
actually-
have any adverse
Okay.
effects. No one attacked. It's just
Good.
No
kind of
one
a weird town.
screaming. Yeah.
They'll be fine.
Just kind of poopy.
They can figure out their own shit. It'll be fine. I am going to ritually identify. I am going to ritually identify the sword, even though I know that she's attuned to it. Like Spring, it's a magic item. Spring wants to know what it is.
It's a flame tongue rapier.
That sounds dope.
I know, right?
Does
I-
anybody
what-
else
What
specialize
does that
in
mean?
rapiers? Doll asks.
A rapier can be used with strength or dexterity.
Really?
Yes, no, I'm lying to you right now. You can only
I
use it
don't
if
know.
you have a high wisdom. Yes,
Okay.
anybody who has a high strength or dexterity can use a rapier. It can be finesse, but it can also be used with high strength. It does 1d8 damage, is a one-handed weapon, and it does piercing damage. With a flame tongue version of it, it can also shed light in a pretty significant radius, and also deals a bonus fire damage on every attack if you activate it. So you can't really sneak with it when it's turned on, but you can stab people very hard.
Spring will look between Sylvie and Doll.
Yeah, we have a barbarian. I don't know what weapons the barbarian uses.
Hey, Scythe.
Typically, it's a glaive. I mean,
I have a halberd, which is a two-handed
Oh, you
weapon.
guys like
Not that
two-handers.
I mean, I
Yoink.
could have one hand, but like,
I mean, the two of you are talking about this, and Spring has already given it to Doll.
Yeah. My glaive is magic. I have no need of trying
Ire
to
could also
steal
use it.
anything from.
Oh. Ire, do you have a magic weapon?
I do not, but don't
Are you gonna
normally feel
be-
the need to use one.
Okay, well, what about this? For now, while we're on this, you can have my. So since I attack mostly with a weapon, you can have my rapier of warning because it's magic. In case you
swordfish.
wanna. You want? Yeah, you want
Swordfish.
swordfish?
You know
And
what?
I'll use soulfire.
Yes, I'll take swordfish.
I mean, if you want the fiery one, you can have it. I just thought.
What would you prefer? Be seen all the time or be aware all the time?
Neither. Here's swordfish.
Okay. I take swordfish.
Okay. Please, if you wouldn't mind, Doll, remove a sword of warning from your inventory. Add a rapier flame tongue.
Okay.
Ire, please add a rapier of warning to your inventory.
And attune to it so we can be not surprised by stuff.
Oh, I
You don't have to attune to it, but okay.
And well, otherwise it won't work.
That's
It doesn't warn you if you're not
not
attuned.
true. Ah,
It doesn't warn you. It doesn't warn you if you're not attuned to it.
it
Where do I
doesn't
go
even-
to add the weapon?
Are you doing it on Foundry or on D&D Beyond?
Let's do it through. Is it easier to do it through Foundry?
No.
Okay, so I'll do it through D&D Beyond.
So if you go to inventory, you can add item. On the list, if you just search warning, rapier of warning will be in there somewhere.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Congratulations, guys. You have found your first rare item.
All right.
Hey.
Yay.
Hooray!
Anyway, so as you all prepare to ride out of town, you gather your horses and feed them. Are you okay, Hellfrog?
Yeah, I just saw this thing does an extra 2d6 damage. I thought it would be like
Yeah, it
1d.
does.
Anyway, that's
It's
nice.
very useful.
Mhm.
There has to be an advantage to not being able to sneak.
When it's activated.
Yeah.
Activated as you stab someone from your sneak.
Anyway,
Does it take an action to activate it, or
no, it's a bonus action, I believe.
That's right.
Anyway, you all make your way out of town as I shove
Yay!
you along.
Come on, cats, I'm hurting you.
Exactly. I'm going to pull you over to the world map. Come on. There we go. And this is where you are, in Korre. Right beneath the U. And so it's time for a decision. You can go back the way you came, which is up between the brothers, the two mountains that are on the Scythering River, or you can follow the coast, down by the Bay of Blades.
Coast.
Coast.
Coast, coast, coast.
That's 2 for
Coast
coast,
is-
3 for coast.
The coast is the mostest.
We can do
Okay,
coast.
what is is there an actual like qualitative difference between these choices?
One of
I
them
like
is a
the
way you've
beach.
already gone, and you know it. The other one is another direction that you haven't gone, and you don't know it, but it's down by the coast. So there's a beach, maybe.
Okay.
Beach.
Okay, it sounds like there are several people in the party who are excited to go to the beach, so I'm not going to stand in the way of that.
We like
I'm a
water.
Triton.
Hmm.
All right. As all of you leave Korre, and you begin to ride westward, away from the town, heading southwest toward the south side of the Big Brother Mountain.
Mhm.
You're making your way southward,
I can
and
see
as you
him.
do, your first day of travel goes by quietly. Your second day of travel, well, you notice something. Those of you with a passive perception above a 16, which I think is many of you, notice as you're heading down below, this forested area is rocky, cliff-like. It's very easy to lose your footing, and the roads here, they're not really roads. It's mostly game trails, pathways that have been made by individual wagons just mushing down underbrush. And the horses are taking their time. The travel's a little bit slower than it would have been on familiar territory. That is an unfortunate downside of trailblazing a new way. However, what you notice is something odd. One moment.
Oh
As
my
I've
god.
close the stupid page that I had my note on. Okay. It's maybe 60 feet from you. You spot it down through some brush, and as you do, at first it appears as though an oak tree is spitting electrical energy up out of its trunk, up towards the sky. Arcs of blue and white dance through the bark, reaching away from it and then down as if to touch the underbrush around it. With a crackle and burst, the tree splits open, wide. And from it you watch as several individuals appear as if they're stepping through it.
Traveling by planes?
They wear... Okay, first I need... Okay, so Ira, you would recognize this. Griffix, you would recognize this. Doll, roll me a history check. Sylvie, Spring, Scythe. You don't know.
19.
Okay, Doll,
Yeah.
you would recognize this as well. You spot and recognize the dark blue of Kayan armor. Kayan soldiers. Their armor and cloaks match. The last of the group appears to forego armor in favor of thick robes. Some of them
Pretty
wear
far
helmets.
south.
Yes, some of them wear helmets, some not. But from here, it's clear that all of them are moving with purpose as they spread out from the tree. As this happens... Do they what?
Do they look like elves, by any chance?
You're not close enough to really get a good tell. You're pretty sure they are.
Kayan.
Just from their
You're
stature.
Kayan.
Go ahead, everybody. Unless you're going to make yourself super obvious, please roll me stealth.
Oh.
A 2 and a 1. Are you kidding me?
Holy trash. No, not like this.
You
Well, I have
guys-
advantage, so it's not.
Oh,
Oh, not good,
sweet
though.
lordy.
Sylvie just says, "What the fuck?"
Stealth 11. I suck.
Okay. Somebody says, what the fuck? Okay, I also need an environmental roll here. Can I please get a D6?
Wants to do mas.
Got it.
Thank you.
4.
A 4! Okay, it's storming.
Perfect.
It's raining and storming. Alright, one moment. Please wait while the DM renders.
So, what kind of soldiers are these?
Kayan.
Kayan.
They are of the nation Ko. It appears as though
Which
they
is
are
an elf.
either elvish, or they are half-elf, or just of that sort of stature.
KO is where the elves mostly live.
You zoom out. It's the one northwest of our
Oh,
current
I see it.
location. KO. KN soldiers.
And let me guess, they're known as good guys that just show up to help people?
They're not good or bad. They're kind of traditionalist. You, Griffix, being from near there, would know that they... most elves are seen as respectable, firm in their beliefs. They're willing to trade and allow passage. However, there's been a lot of tensions between Aurelia and Ko lately. So this is alarming.
They're pretty far south.
Yes,
Right here on the coast.
you asked for this.
Uh-huh. Heck yeah. I'm always
We're
down
gonna
to fight some elves.
We're gonna stop an invasion, guys.
As the group is spreading out, and Sylvie, you say, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
'Cause I rolled a 2 on my stealth. Okay, 5. Ow, you little shit.
Okay. One of the individuals in the group, those of you who are sharper-eyed can tell, is definitely a human. The other ones definitely are harder to tell. They're wearing cloaks or helms. I'm going to just go ahead and show you the map. That would be the wise thing to do. You all should have completed a long rest. Spring, why are you injured?
Shouldn't be. I hit the long rest button.
Oh.
I fixed you.
Thank you.
I like the rain effect.
Me too.
Me too.
I think Foundry is doing the thing where it's showing me names I'm not supposed to see again.
Hello,
Whatever.
sirs
Okay.
and ma'ams.
As you all have made yourselves known
Oh,
by accidentally making noise,
Whoops.
the individual in armor faces you and says, in you recognize a Kayan accent, "Hold there. Mind you tell us where we are?"
you're on
Where
the
do you intend
coast, west of Korre.
Foot of the brothers, eh?
Yeah,
You all strike me as Mariguard mercenaries.
very observant.
to be? Yeah.
We are, and you strike us as pretty far from home.
That we are. But our business is our own and your business is their own. Aye?
Yeah?
So how about you forget you saw us and we'll forget we saw you?
No need to forget we were here.
Right. And the armored man kind of approaches and says, "Which of you can I speak to properly about this sort of situation?"
Spring switches to Elvish. What situation?
You've come in Elvish, he replies. You've come across a military action of KO, and since you've not allegianced yourself with Aurelia nor KO, what's it going to take for you to look the other way, not spread the word?
Doll also understands Elvish.
I'd rather not
Sylvia's
Yeah.
just
come to.
blankly
I'd rather not
staring.
come to blades if we don't have to. You understand?
Are you the ones that made the thunder noise last night?
Aye.
And you were sending a message? Elixitor?
Good eye on you. Aye.
Do.
When you are spotted moving, this individual steps up. He's holding a rifle. He does not aim it at you.
Friend, why do you think we would have to come to Blades over this? If you weren't doing anything particularly untoward in the middle of the woods.
Well, he said they were.
It's a military action? Are you familiar with him?
I am.
I'm not going to spell it out for you.
Okay. You know what? How about we call it a favor? I'm sure there'll be another day where we cross paths.
Are you speaking Elvish?
I don't speak Elvish,
Okay,
but they
then
don't look like they're coming to an
Then you-
agreement.
Fair enough. He switches back to common and says, "A favor."
Yeah.
Oh, thank God we're speaking common again.
He kind of turns. "Commander, why don't you come here and have a chat with him yourself?" And the armored individual kind of steps to the side, and this individual wearing a dense robe of blue approaches, and he says, "I am familiar with the work of the Meriguard Mercenaries. We've used you before. Well, not you in particular, but we've hired your services. You've always taken a middle ground. You've happened across us in the middle of something vital to our own efforts. I might wonder if you might be looking for more work. If you're capable."
And
We are.
Are you familiar with the new king of Aurelia? Lord Ease Deverick.
And
assume.
Am I?
I'm from Arger City. Surely
yeah,
I know.
you know the king. He was just seated into power within the last month.
Yeah, everybody knows the king.
Are you aware how many people he's angered across the border?
Know what kings do?
Perhaps. If I were to hire you, do you think you could perform a task for us?
What task?
Nothing unbecoming. Just a scouting mission.
How much would you pay us for a scouting mission?
Out of character, isn't this the kind of thing that is supposed to go through,
Yeah.
Mariguard?
100%.
Sylvie's thinking.
Okay.
This is a off the books thing.
Yeah, got it.
Mm-hmm.
How much trouble will we get in if we do an off the books thing?
So much.
Like so much, right?
If you do a mission off the Mariguard books, and you're caught,
That's a paddling.
it's you're just
It's
not part of the Mariguard anymore.
Yeah, you're fired.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I also imagine that jeopardizing the Mariguard's position in
Like the actual
really,
neutrality that they have
Yeah.
that has been super important.
The Mariguard washes its hands of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Simply put, I'm in this to have gained favor with the Merry in the first place. And the idea of doing something like this is like, it puts me at odds. It puts me at cross purposes where I want to be. And I want to get out of this day with my skin intact and maybe just a little something in my favor for promising to keep this to myself. That's my goals for this one.
Are you saying this in
Taking on these
character or out of
extra tasks. What's that?
Is this out of character?
No, all in character.
Okay.
Just laying my cards out there is like, if you had caught me on a different day, if I wasn't trying to get in with the Merry-Guard, then maybe I would be interested in your work. But you've got a political thing going on here, and I don't need to be part of it.
That's right.
And I think that, it's like if I come across and ask you for a high price, then it becomes cheaper to kill us. If I come across and treat you as an honorable person, which is what this whole entire arrangement's based off of, then asking you for a favor sounds like a sound deal.
Roll a persuasion check.
I really wish I had taken persuasion instead of performance because it's proven to be unuseful.
I recommend.
I mean, we've played.
I remind
like,
you
3 times.
also, the words you say matter more than what. The
Uh-huh.
roll
It can change
is.
the DC.
12.
You made a good argument.
The commander, this mage, gives you a long look. Do you know, I'm always surprised at the wisdom of humans beyond their years. You're never around for long, but it's almost as though you've seen beyond your time on Amphi.
I snorts.
Yeah, Doll rolls his eyes.
Yeah, so does Spring.
Sylvie looks lost.
I stare.
In
Fire
Elvish
just
side
stares
says.
at them.
In Elvish side says, "You don't live forever."
No one does.
You want us to stay with the Merry-Guard. Because that way we maintain neutrality. And it's easier for us to look the other way.
Well,
So if you want to hire us on the books.
points noted. I had assumed, if I had won a little bit of your allegiance, then I could trust that your words, or rather your mouths, would stay shut about seeing us here. If you wouldn't mind, pass a message on to your superiors. Jaren Turo, commander of the 2nd Corps, is eager to make a deal.
We can send that right now.
Yeah.
I would much rather you all were on your way.
Which one of you is Elixator then?
That is not your concern.
Thought I'd
I
ask.
am Commander Gerentoro.
I'm a curious person. That's all.
That will get you hurt in the future. Be careful.
Yeah,
It
he's
can
got a
get you
point.
something. It can get you something.
All right, let's go, Spring.
All right.
So, as it's tense, what do you guys do?
I'm gesturing for everybody. Let's just start moving along. Is everybody coming along with me, or are you guys planting your feet and staying where you are?
As Sylvie follows after you, she's just gonna kind of gauge the demeanor of the party. Like, are they exchanging looks, or do they seem inclined to let us go? Is there any kind of...
They have not drawn weapons. They're
Mhm.
tense, but they're not stopping you.
Mhm.
There is a moment where the one who his name's betrayed as Sergeant Piles turns to the commander, and he tries to whisper something, and the commander just waves his hand to stop him.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. And one last thing.
Yes?
I walk up to him and I offer my hand. We do have a deal, right?
A favor.
Yes.
I think so. So long as we don't hear otherwise.
You know, I just got to bring this up. You did literally say you want us to tell our bosses that we had this conversation.
I don't mind if you speak to them, obviously.
Got
They
it.
are not who we are concerned about. So long as all information remains with neutral parties. You follow?
Just wanted to be clear.
The commander holds out his hand and shakes yours. Firmly.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Because my party's out this way, I go out back, and I start walking off at this point.
Mhm.
Okay.
Besides, will be rear guard as we leave, but she does leave.
Okay, as you guys are
Just is
leaving,
a little concerned that
is
they're
there
gonna suddenly shoot us or something.
is there anybody not leaving?
Spring is reluctant, but she will follow.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
As
Spring.
they see you leave, they resume what they were doing. Anybody with a really high passive perception? 18
Mine's
or-
19.
Mine's also 19.
The two of you see the commander reaching into the sleeve of his cloak, pulls out a pouch, and begins walking in a circle, sprinkling blue sand on the ground.
Making a teleportation circle.
As you leave. Okay. You have avoided, or perhaps sealed, something important. And as we
Should
return
I
to the
tell
map,
Bruce?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
100%. You should help Harsh.
Yeah.
Okay. I recap the scenario.
okay.
What we saw. Should I say that they tried to bribe us?
Yes.
No. They don't.
Yes.
They tried
Yes.
to hire us.
They
off
tried to
the boat.
hire us.
That's what I mean. They tried to hire us off the books.
Yeah.
They absolutely tried to.
Well,
bribe
and
us
then they
before.
wanted to hire us on the books, so let's
Well,
not
they were
cause an
first
incident.
trying to do it off it.
But we said no. It won't cause an
Exactly.
incident for us.
Doesn't matter.
We said no.
Yeah. We don't need to
People
mention.
have tried to hire you off the books before. This happens.
Yeah.
Not
Alright,
everybody-
so it's not a
Not
big
everybody's
deal.
doing it sleazy either. Sometimes people just don't know the right way to do it.
Exactly.
Sure. I mean, he obviously did, but sure.
Right. Well, he even said that they'd hired us before, so they know how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I am
He just
also,
really didn't want us to tell anybody.
Additionally, I am going to award Grinch an inspiration for the smooth talk, getting that situation out of trouble.
It was a really solid argument. Hey man, I just want to go home. Like, we don't want to do your thing because we'll be in deep shit, but like we're not gonna do anything against you. Solid reasoning.
So,
Once it became clear that we can tell our bosses, just not like the other like it became a little bit less fraught too.
Mm-hmm.
As you proceed, moving your way away from the team that appeared in the woods at the foot of the mountain, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh.
So,
How mysterious.
Doll doesn't like it.
I didn't make it for you to like it.
Yeah.
Doll doesn't like betraying Aurelia? Is it because you're from Augur City?
Spring doesn't love it either. She's not even from Augur
He's
City.
got interests in Augur City.
So, as we come to the end of the session, before anything else, we're going to go through the players' roleplay votes. And Brinch, because your name begins with B, we start with you.
Yeah, I did defer last time, and let's see.
I can't let you get away with it every turn.
Recap at the beginning. There was a handling of the townsfolk by Shaddam. I've got a decoder sheet for all this. Your character, but I'm voting for Shaddam.
Okay.
It was good.
Well done, sir. Vote for Ira. Okay.
Shit.
Hellfrog, we come to you.
Yep, we sure do.
You could change your name to Zelfrog, and then you'd be last. It'd be great.
And then I could get all that sweet bank fraud money.
Zelfrog.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
I have to give it to Scythe for the attempt to steal
That was pretty
the
fucking
sword
funny.
that turned into cuddling, because Scythe was just like, all right,
Okay. I'm willing to go with the flow on this.
I guess.
All right. Pen.
I'm gonna give it to Shaddam because the conversation with the veteran was so funny. Voteran was so funny to me, and like just Ira
was
playing
very
along,
funny.
like, oh yeah, like of course, you know what you're talking about. It was
Totally
just
a
very
war.
amusing to me.
And
The
teaching them
whole war.
democracy. It was good.
All right. Remembered Orison.
Like, fucking Sylvie took that guy's shirt off.
Oh god.
I found the banknote, didn't I?
That's how we
did.
got paid. Also, just the fact that she was like, the paladin is defying a dead body. I just like it. Like,
Do not question my methods.
That hurts me so
Paladin
much.
Fucking-
said,
it's-
fuck refugees, fuck the dead. Let's go.
Fuck the dead. Fuck refugees.
Don't
Set this
trust
thing on fire,
strangers.
sort of. Yeah, like it's just the funniest fucking paladin.
Can you
I
believe that one of my goddess's tenets is chaos?
Yes.
just deeply like the sword, the just focusing on the sword and being clearly the like comedy beat of we like the really cool flame tongue rapier that like Hellfrog just figured out, and then like Sylvie just sadly looking down at her little her stolen little stick toy. What is happening?
I don't know.
Hellfrog, why are you
What? I'm sorry.
sombering?
That scared the fuck out of me.
That was such a bizarre noise.
I thought I did it.
Door.
The Hellfrog.
What the hell, frog? Okay.
Sorry.
What the hell, frog?
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, can you get my vote this time?
Thanks.
Okay.
I want you to know that she named the wooden sword Soul Stick because it's based off of Soulfire.
That's Soul Singer.
It is in my inventory. I'm pretty sure it's magic.
Jealous.
It's all right.
Twice removed. Riddled
can
and
meet
Bull's cousin.
Under a full moon to duel to the death with our soul swords.
I die immediately.
You can smite with a toy sword.
I'm gonna.
Sal.
I'm just gonna break the sword, but
It's always so hard. It's so hard, you guys. But I am going to vote for Pen for how dumb Sylvie is. She's
not.
just straight up, just like the recurring joke where she can't get names right, and just I don't know. It's funny
doing her
shit.
best.
I just love how dumb she is. Just embracing that, the low end. It's good.
Yes.
And I love how many Y's that she put in hey when she was writing on the text.
Hey.
We're just like, what the?
Why?
We know this from Sylvie immediately.
All right, Shaddam. your vote.
I'm torn between Sylvie and Griffix, because Griffix talked us out of possibly a pretty
would've
rough
looked like it would've
fight,
been a pretty rough
and
fight.
very
Yeah.
compromising to our literal livelihoods. But then Sophie got us paid. So, like, our job was not wasted, quite literally. I'm gonna go with Sophie, I think, for it.
Sylvie.
Just because we're getting money out of this now.
Okay. Then, as the votes say, Pen, you've earned the player inspiration vote for your performance as Sylvie today.
Yay.
As, you know how
Thank
ridiculous
you,
that
thank
fucking... The investigation DC to find that thing was 15. Y'all just couldn't hit it. It was killing me.
I couldn't roll
Nice.
shit.
The fact that you asked me to help you investigate with my -1 modifier amused me so greatly.
I was
I
going
had
through
a
it.
Still found it.
+8, man. I couldn't roll above a 4. I don't.
Okay, so thank you all for playing with me. To all of you at home, thank you for watching. We love you, and I can't wait to see you next time. Good night, everyone.